Hey, quick check. Do y'all got me?
Good evening. Very welcome.
Friday Night Football greetings from the Palace in Benton on a perfect autumn night. It is time for Benton Fighting Panther football. Tonight is senior night, and 23 Panther seniors who've won 27 games in high school and with a win tonight will earn their third straight conference championship, will take the field for the regular season home finale. The challenge tonight comes in the form of the Marion Patriots, 6-3 overall, 4-2 in conference. This Patriot team, as always, is huge up front and ultra-athletic at the skill positions and will be a formidable test for our 7-2 overall 5-1 in conference Panthers. I'm Jim Gardner, joined tonight by Terry Benham, Josh Monson, and Justin Ray. And as they say in the business, Dio Vanucci is out on assignment, whatever that assignment may be. But we will miss him, but we will welcome Justin back into the press box with us tonight. Tonight's broadcast of Benton Panther football is presented by Everett Buick GMC and sponsored by Lost Pizza, Legends MVP, Hamilton Family Dentistry, Merchants and Farmers Bank, Jones Heating and Air, Alcoa Community Federal Credit Union, Midtown Mechanical, Neo Home Loans, Black Corley Owens and Hughes, Solux Aesthetics, the City of Benton, Elliott Electrical, Truman Ball Real Estate, Lane's Chicken Fingers, Allied Glass, First Security Bank, Riverside Grocery and Catering, Jones Heating and Air, ACDI, True Gentleman and True Boutique, Congo Fireplace and Patio, Edward Jones Agent Caitlin King, Westside Wellness, and Hirschfeld Insurance Agent Jason Kelly. And before we begin tonight, guys, I do want to say on behalf of all Panther Nation, our condolences to all of the people in Benton who loved Billy Broadway. His memorial service at Eastside Baptist Church just up the road at Tyndall Park is going on right now. And many of you who may not recognize Billy's name will remember the man who walked up and down Military waving at every car. You could often see him sitting at Sonic, waving at people as they came in and around Sonic. He was at the warming center, guys, back during the winter cold snap, and it just happened to be his birthday, and we threw a special surprise birthday party for Billy. He said it was the first one he had had since he was a child. Wow. And that captured the heart of Audra Parsons, who owns Retro Rose, and she spearheaded a drive to raise money to get Billy his own house. And sadly, he passed away 2 weeks ago in that house. And tonight, his memorial service. Terry, we're losing too many of our legends in this town that you recognize by one name, Freddie, Billy.
Yep.
We're losing some key people of our community.
Well, the thing is that all of those people and personalities were really experts at one thing, and that's making people smile and feel good.
Yeah.
It just goes to show you that kindness doesn't cost a thing.
So they were giving out stickers at the visitation, Love Like Billy, with a picture of him waving. And I'm going to give one of those to the mayor when he comes in at halftime. Really special man in our community. As we shift gears to football tonight, and welcome back in, Justin. Good to have you back in the booth tonight, buddy.
Yeah, it's good to be back. It's a good day to be up here. Got maybe a little bit of air conditioning. It's pretty hot on the field for a late October, or I guess November.
Yeah.
Right, November game. So I appreciate Dio being gone.
For sure. It's hot today, but Sunday it's going to be deer weather, and we know we got a lot of folks at deer camp tonight streaming us, and hope you'll be cheering the Panthers on. So, guys, next week starts the playoffs. If the playoffs started today, here's exactly how it would look. Greenwood would have the bye. They would host the winner of Southside at Jonesboro. Benton would have a bye and would host the winner of Sheridan at Mountain Home. Sylvan Hills would have the bye, would host the winner of Marion at Van Buren. Shallow Christian would have the bye and host the winner of Lake Hamilton at El Dorado. Now, some things can change, Justin, depending on potential upsets. There's a big game in North Arkansas tonight as Greenwood in the West is at Mountain Home. And if Mountain Home wins that game by more than 12 points, it could throw the West at the top into a bit of a mess.
It could, yes. 12 points is the measuring stick for them in order to get into the three-way tie with Shiloh and Greenwood. And I think the matchup there is a good one for Mountain Home. They're playing at Mountain Home, and it's a game that, personally, I think if Mountain Home strategically does what they're good at, which is run the football, they could shorten the game, and it could be a four-quarter football game. I'm excited to see the score at halftime.
So, Terry, on our side, we're not planning on a Benton loss tonight at all. But should the Panthers lose, the only way they would drop out of that 2 seed is if Sheridan upset El Dorado tonight.
Yeah, and that's another one of those games that I think we need to keep our eye on, because El Dorado travels to Sheridan. I don't think Sheridan has a prayer of stopping a single El Dorado offensive possession. However, El Dorado sometimes can stop themselves, and then Sheridan is pretty creative about creating an extra possession for themselves. And so, we'll have to see what they do. Sheridan has been in every single game this year until they blew themselves up, and with just unorthodox coaching decisions. It's about the only way I know how to describe it, and be nice. They've been in pretty much every game, including the game with us, until they started making what I think is poor decisions. So there's always a chance that El Dorado rolls in and they catch the full moon tonight and do a little howling.
Yeah, and I will say last night we had the most amazing moonrise.
Yeah.
Tonight the clouds have obscured it, but so week 10, interesting things could happen. We're really going to keep an eye on Greenwood at Mountain Home, El Dorado at Sheridan tonight, and see how that might impact the playoff seeding. Last week in the 6A East, Benton went on the road, didn't play well, but still won by 30 points. And maybe we've gotten spoiled, Justin, that, a game that sort of looks lackluster is a sportsmanship rule 30-point win.
Yeah, dating all the way back to when I got into coaching, typically when you're the superior of the two teams, it's a very difficult game. It's hard to get the kids up. Sometimes, you're anticipating them to be in a certain coverage, and the unorganization on the team that you're playing sometimes kind of factors into you not playing as well. Mm-hmm. So,
Marion defeated Catholic 48-10. It was a 20-10 game before Marion blew that one open, and a lot of big plays from the Patriot offense last week, including a special teams touchdown in that win. Sylvan Hills put an 84 spot on Sheridan, won at 84-48. And El Dorado defeated Jonesboro in that big seeding game last week down in Union County, 44-21. Tonight in the 6A East, Marion is here at Benton. Sylvan Hills is at War Memorial Stadium to play Catholic. And we didn't even mention if Benton wins and Catholic were to pull the miraculous upset, Benton would move into the 1 seed.
Yep.
But we're not counting on that, guys, unfortunately.
Yeah.
El Dorado is at Sheridan. West Memphis, winless, is at Jonesboro. Last week in Saline County, Bryant defeated North Little Rock 38-7. Justin, you were saying this is a score you never thought you'd see in your lifetime. Bauxite smoked Ashdown, put 72 on the board.
Yeah, that may be the most points I think Bauxite has ever scored.
Yeah.
With John Watson back in the day, they were dominant, but they were 5-6 possession night, so 72 points, especially against the Ashdown team that historically is dominant on defense. That's very surprising.
Harmony Grove has fallen on hard times of late. Dropped a 48-28 game to Fountain Lake, and Jason Kelly and Aaron Garrett's Glen Rose Beavers defeated Paris. That's a long road trip to go all the way to Paris. 56-21. Tonight in Saline County, man, an overflow at Conway tonight as Bryan and Conway battle for the 7A Central Conference Championship. And I know your buddy Shane Clancy, the O-line coach at Bryant, Justin, you keep close tabs on him. What's he thinking going into that big one?
They're extremely confident. It would be hard not to be in Bryan as many title games and conference championship games that they've been into. But I think this is an interesting matchup. Bryant has not been exceptional on offense. And if Conway can figure out how to manufacture some points against that stingy defense of Bryant, this could come down to a fourth quarter game.
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting to see how many points does Conway put up on the Bryant defense tonight, because that's one of the best defenses I've ever seen.
It is. They don't have a weakness.
Yeah.
They can stop the run, and they're good enough on the back end that they can manipulate the coverage anytime that they want. They can play cover 0, cover 1. They're great into zone dropping. So they're the total package on defense.
Terry, going with Bryant?
Well, I think Bryant. I think this is a little bit of a statement game for Bryant. They've done exactly what they were supposed to do to everybody they've played, but Conway's a little bit different. They're a little bit better, and there's a little bit of history there too.
Yeah. Yep.
And I think that Bryant has an opportunity tonight to make a statement that it's not about the coach, it's about the program.
Mm-hmm.
And they've had some pretty good success since they had their coaching change, and I like Bryant tonight.
Same here. Harmony Grove is at the pit to take on the Miners. Big inter-county rivalry that Harmony Grove won last year. The Cardinals are eliminated from the postseason. Bauxite season will continue, so Harmony Grove trying to play spoiler tonight. And Danville is at Glen Rose. Terry, do you know the Danville mascot?
I do not.
Anybody in the press box know the Danville mascot?
The Little Johns.
The Little Johns.
Little Johns.
The Danville Little Johns are at Glen Rose, so we're going to be pulling for Jason Kelly and Aaron Garrett's alma mater. We're going to take a commercial break, and when we come back, you'll hear Brad Harris's thoughts on tonight's big Benton Marion contest on the Benton Football Network.
The Everett difference means we treat everyone with respect and honesty. Our customers know firsthand how that feels.
You are their main focus.
They're all working toward the same common goal, which is providing exceptional customer experience.
Everett has earned our trust.
Everett always gives me the best deal. Always.
Everett made it happen.
That's the only place we will ever buy a car from, ever.
We are grateful for the opportunity to serve. Discover the Everett difference for yourself.
Panther fans, it's hard to beat Friday Night Football in Benton, Arkansas. Each year, our players, coaches, cheerleaders, dance team, and band work countless hours to achieve perfection on the field and become the pride of our hometown. My name is Brian Black, class of '89, and for many years, our team at BCOH Architects has worked hard to make you proud of the town we live in. ACDI, the River Center, Boys and Girls Club, and Benton Event Center are some of our favorite projects. We want to make Benton shine, and we look forward to many more years serving you. Go Panthers!
Hi, I'm Miranda Kirkendall, owner and advanced nurse injector here at Solux Aesthetics in the heart of downtown Benton. I've had the pleasure of serving our community for the last 4 years. At Solux, it's not about changing who you are, it's about making you feel comfortable and confident in your own skin with the results that look natural and true to you. Whether it's Botox, filler, or skin treatment, I focus on results that look fresh, natural, and unique. I'd love for you to stop by and see me at 149 South Market Street or give me a call at 501-249-4177.
Elliott Electrical Incorporated is a proud supporter of Benton Panther football, owned and operated by proud residents of Saline County. Elliott Electrical Incorporated is licensed in 16 states and counting, specializing in new commercial electrical contracting. We bring decades of experience and dedication that has allowed us to serve many communities for over 40 years. Go Panthers!
So it's Crittenden County round 2 Friday.
Right.
You got the win over West Memphis, and now you got Marion coming to town. And, as I kind of mentioned with Poot and Antonio, they kind of touched a nerve before the gates even opened last year.
Yeah.
And that didn't go real well for them.
No.
I remember a pretty fired-up Brad Harris that got the troops fired up last year.
Yeah, that it strikes a nerve with me a little bit, when teams do that. And as Gavin said about Kaysen, the redneck comes out in me just a little bit. I'm from small-town Arkansas, but had to do my best to control that. But I just think it's disrespectful when teams do that, when they come in, you're not bothering them, you're not talking to them, you're just taking care of your business, and they walk through the middle of your huddles. or they'll walk through the middle of your team, start talking trash to your players, to our players, and to our coaches, and it's just disrespectful. And, we told the guys it was a lot of fake energy, and it ended up being fake energy. They didn't want anything to do with us whenever we got rolling, and I told the guys today when I talked to the seniors, the only thing they did was pour gas on the fire. There was going to be a fire last year. They just poured gas on it and ignited it even faster. But we hope that's what happens this year as far as us starting fast. Hopefully it don't take them coming into our huddle or walking through us to motivate us. Hopefully, we come out of the locker room ready to play. That one of my big things is let's get off the bus. Let's play football. It's time to play. They put the ball down. There shouldn't be any Coach Harris having to motivate you. That should be the motivation, and that's what we have to have Friday night, because we're going to play a very athletic football team, and they have a lot to play for, and we're going to have to do a great job on both sides of the ball and special teams and everything. But if they happen to do what they did last year, it'll be gas on the fire again for us, and we'll get them right.
Yeah, you look at their roster. This is a massive team. They have 9 guys over 300 pounds. Their offensive line averages 309.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the biggest offensive line we faced all year.
Yeah.
And then a lot of speed at the skill spots.
O-line is big. They're not the big 6'4", 6'5" guys. I think one of them's 5'8". Then there's another one 6'1", but they've got a couple 300-pounders, and they rotate 6-7 guys in, and all of them are big kids, So we're going to have our hands full up front. They'll even go a 6 lineman in the backfield, kind of an H-back, big guy, try to run at you. They've got 2 very explosive running backs, and Rico Ward. Yeah, Rico Ward and Jeremiah Dent. 2 really good players, man. And their quarterback's athletic. He's 6'3", probably 180 pounds, athletic kid. Got a couple receivers outside that can take the top off of it, can really run, So we're going to see a really fast, athletic football team. On defense, you're going to look out there and you're going to see one guy that looks like a defensive lineman. The rest of them are athletes. They've got a nose guard. They've got 2 nose guards that'll play 55 and 99, bigger body kids. But then you're going to see guys that are anywhere from 6 foot to 6'3", 200 to 230, playing 2D ends and linebackers. They get after it. They can run. We don't want to challenge them to a relay race. I promise you that. We're going to have to play really well. The back end of their defense is maybe where they're not quite as talented, but that box play, they're good up front. And so our offensive line's going to have their hands full. We're going to have to do a really good job handling that pressure that they bring. Some nights they're bringing 6-7 guys. Then sometimes they back off and play coverage. If they play coverage, that's awesome. We love our matchups, things like that. But we're anticipating a lot of pressure early to see if they can try to overwhelm us from an offensive standpoint. And then, their offense, we got to do a great job of tackling. If we don't tackle and give them second opportunities, they're going to hit us for big plays, and it's going to be tough on us. Yeah. So we've got to do a great job with fundamentals of football and tackling and blocking this week. Win the line of scrimmage, control the line of scrimmage. I always tell the guys going into a game, hey, we either need to control it or dominate it. This is a week we got to control it. We don't feel like we can dominate these guys up front, but we do feel like if we're playing well, we can control it, maintain the line of scrimmage, and that gives us a possibility to throw the football down the field with a good quarterback, good receiving core and stuff. So, and then from a defensive standpoint, we've got to control it, let our guys run to the football and make plays.
Yep. And then you've got the intangible of it being senior night, and a lot of guys want to finish out their regular season schedule with a win as their high school career kind of coming to a close.
For sure.
Hopefully we've got a month left.
That's what we hope. I really feel like I like our chances, and I feel like we got as good an opportunity as any team we've had the last several years to play over Thanksgiving. And but we need to win this week. It's not ever good to go into the playoffs on a loss. We need to play well, and we've got a good team. A couple of years ago when they redrew the bracket, they set it up like this to where the top 2 teams played in Week 10. When we won the conference in 2022, and Marion finished second. So we've played each other the last couple of years to see what it's going to be about. And it's meant opportunity to play somebody for a conference championship. This year it's going to be the same thing. We can win, we can share it or possibly win it depending on what happens. Last year, if they won it, they had a share of it. And last year, we could win it outright, So it's going to be a big-time game at our place. They came here 2 years ago, and we got on them early, so hopefully this year we can do the same thing.
Yep, 171-46 the last 3 years,
right.
So let's keep that ball rolling, huh?
I agree 100%.
All right.
For more than 30 years, Truman Ball Real Estate has proudly served Saline County, helping neighbors buy and sell homes while treating every client like family. Scott and his team at Truman Ball love Benton Panther football and would be honored to be on your team too. Truman Ball Real Estate, where clients become family.
Tonight's game is fueled by Lane's Chicken Fingers, your local spot for crispy hand-breaded chicken, house-made sauces, and hand-spun milkshakes. Lane's has been serving up finger-licking greatness since 1994 and is now proud to call Benton home. Whether you're celebrating a win or feeding the team, Lane's is just around the corner. Visit us today at 2110 Highway 5 North, right behind Kroger in Benton.
Is there anything more exciting on Friday nights than taking the field in front of your hometown fans? And one of the most rewarding things about football is working with your team to move the ball across the goal line. My favorite part about football, though, is playing on a team. And when it comes to that, when it comes time to buy or refinance, you've got the team at Neo Home Loans to help you get across the goal line.
Merchants and Farmers Bank has become the local choice for many Panther, Hornet, and Saline County fans. The bank has local owners, local board members, and makes local decisions with senior management who live in Saline County. They are truly small bank friendly with big bank products and services focused on Saline County. Drop by the Benton branch at 146 West South Street in downtown Benton or the Bryant branch at the corner of Highway 5 and Spring Hill Road and talk to their friendly team members. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The Everett difference means we treat everyone with respect and honesty. Our customers know firsthand how that feels.
Senior night festivities have just concluded. The ROTC is moving toward midfield. And before we go to a commercial break during the national anthem, guys, the history of this series is an interesting one. It is tied officially 3-3, but that is with an asterisk because, Justin, as you'll remember, one of the saddest days in Benton football history was a forfeit to Marion in the opening round of the 2020 playoffs due to COVID tracing.
Yeah, that was on a Thursday as well.
Yeah,
we had just finished practicing on a Thursday when we got the notification that a large part of our team wasn't going to be able to play. We still were thinking about making the decision to continue to play, but in the kids' safety, we decided to shut her down.
Yeah, and it would have wiped out basically all of the offensive and defensive linemen. You would have had safeties playing right tackle, Terry, and looking back, it was absolutely the right decision. But, boy, at the time, I can just remember the pain of that.
Yeah, it was a gut punch. And you basically had the entire lineman room that was gone.
And the coach.
Close contact and the coach. And so they made the decision, the only decision they really could make.
Panthers won last year at Marion 55-10 in a game that Chase Cobb quarterbacked and threw for 369 yards.
And that was his coming out party,
wasn't it, though?
He did a great job. And that was actually the week where I really, realized that this is a kid that's going to have success at the quarterback position. I can't wait to see him play next year and man this offense.
Benton has won the previous 3 games in this series by a combined 171-46. We're going to step aside for the national anthem and be back and continue the Everett Buick GMC Panther pregame show on the Benton Football Network.
The Everett difference means we treat everyone with respect and honesty. Our customers know firsthand how that feels.
You are their main focus.
They're all working toward the same common goal, which is providing exceptional customer experience.
Everett has earned our trust.
Everett always gives me the best deal. Always. Everett made it happen.
That's the only place we will ever buy a car from, ever.
We are grateful for the opportunity to serve. Discover the Everett difference for yourself.
Jones Heating and Air, located at 520 Edison Avenue in Benton, specializes in residential, commercial, and new construction HVAC systems and offers 24-hour service. Jones is a proud supporter of Benton Panther Athletics, the Saline County Boys and Girls Club, and youth sports at Benton's Riverside Park. Find out more at jonesheatingandair.com or call 501-778-3324.
Panther fans, it's hard to beat Friday Night Football in Benton, Arkansas. Each year, our players, coaches, cheerleaders, dance team, and band work countless hours to achieve perfection on the field and become the pride of our hometown. My name is Brian Black, class of '89, and for many years, our team at BCOH Architects has worked hard to make you proud of the town we live in. ACDI, the River Center, Boys and Girls Club, and Benton Event Center are some of our favorite projects. We want to make Benton shine, and we look forward to many more years serving you. Go Panthers.
Need a car? Maybe a home? Maybe just a little vacay escape? Whatever your goal, Alcoa Community FCU has a loan for that. Great rates, quick approvals, and local decisions. It's all right here in your community.
Hi, I'm Miranda Kirkendall, owner and advanced nurse injector here at Solux Aesthetics in the heart of downtown Benton. I've had the pleasure of serving our community for the last 4 years. At Solux, it's not about changing who you are, it's about making you feel comfortable and confident in your own skin with the results that look natural and true to you. Whether it's Botox, filler, or skin treatment, I focus on results that look fresh, natural, and unique. I'd love for you to stop by and see me at 149 South Market Street or give me a call at 501-249-4177.
National anthem tonight sung by the Benton Choir under the direction of Josh Johnson, who is Mr. Hype at the pep rallies. He can get them fired up. So as we continue the Everett Buick GMC Panther pregame show, our Edward Jones agent Caitlin King by the numbers. And Justin, that passing just continues to inflate week by week under the engineering of Drew Davis.
Yes, it does, and I absolutely love it. I think what we're doing offensively is exactly what the identity of this team is. And, it's 281 yards passing per game, but that's also without playing a half of football.
Yes.
So, with that half, we may be right there around the 290, 300 mark.
As you look at the other side, Terry, this Marion offense is more run-heavy than pass-heavy. They've got a two-headed monster back there in Rico Ward and Jeremiah Dent, and I kind of have Sylvan Hills PTSD from what they did to us in the run game. Marion probably going to try to duplicate that.
Well, every single Marion team that we faced has had that quarterback that could really get outside the pocket and hurt you with his legs, and so we're really going to see that again tonight. The Patriots offense averaging 35 points a game. They're averaging more running yards than they are passing yards. So the Panthers better get ready because it's going to be up front. But Jim, on both sides of the ball, this Marion team is really injected with experience because they've got 18 seniors starting on this team. And 10 on the defensive side of the ball, Justin. So I'm expecting a big game.
The defense's points per game allowed are basically even. The difference, the separator statistically, is the Benton offense averages 11 points a game more than this Marion Patriot offense. As Pilt, Poot, Shelton, and Drew Davis, the captains, flanked by their fellow seniors tonight as we look down on the field to the coin toss. And it appears as if Benton has won the toss and has elected to defer. Benton will defend the north end zone. As we go to our True Gentleman Picks to Click, boy, it's coming down to the wire here. Terry leads with 299 points. Justin has 295. Dio 275. So, Justin, who you got tonight?
Yeah, I'm going to start offensively with Drew Davis. It's hard not to go with Drew. He's going for 2,400 yards, 32 touchdowns, lots of rushing. I think he leads the team in rushing as well. So that's who I'm going for. On the offensive side, defensive side, I'm going Weston Monson. He's also the team leader in tackles and looking at possibly eclipsing the 100 tackle mark for the season. So that's my True Gentleman picks to click.
All right, Terry.
Well, I think it's going to be a big night on the line of scrimmage tonight, and I'm going with my guy Garrett Pilkington and his offensive line buddies. I'm calling the offensive line tonight. They're going to be big. And then the biggest impact surprise, I think, on defense, Connor Stevens, a senior stepping up. He's been huge about making big plays that are unexpected all season long. He's going to do it again tonight.
Panthers getting ready to run out onto the Palace turf through the inflatable and the smoke provided by Independent Fire Extinguisher Sales and Service. Appreciate Randy Adney and his crew providing that each year as the fireworks begin to sparkle, the smoke flares, and Drew Davis, Will Carter, Poot, and guys leading the Panthers out. Dio tonight's going with Will Carter and Antonio Shelton for his picks to click. Our Westside Wellness keys to victory. Dio says, let's get physical. Be the aggressor tonight. Justin, what you got?
Yeah, I think, against a defense like this, we're going to see a lot of cover 3 and man coverage, so pre-snap movement. I think the identity of this offense is to throw to set up the run, and I think everything runs through the trifecta, Drew Davis, Will Carter, and Poot Collett. So that's what I would like to see tonight.
Terry?
Well, I think that they are big, physical, and experienced, and I kind of agree with Dio. I think it's going to have to be physical. We've got to win at the line of scrimmage tonight.
And the challenge is going to be, it's a Marion offensive line that averages 309 pounds.
Yes.
Up front. Left tackle 270, left guard 345, center 295, right guard 320, right tackle 315. This is the biggest offensive line weight-wise we've seen all year.
Dude, this is like a Power 5 school offensive line.
In weight, not in height.
In weight.
Yes.
In weight.
Guys, and what's wild, too, is they have a kid that started for them last year that is now starting for the LSU Tigers at right tackle.
Yes.
So with
Carius
that side,
Kern.
yes.
It's 62 degrees at kickoff. There is no wind whatsoever tonight as Gabe Wilbur ready to put his foot into it, and we are ready for Fighting Panther football as Wilbur's kick is going to come down to Jeremiah Dent at the 5-yard line, and he is going to be tackled by Noah Robertson at the 16. Good job on the kick coverage for the Panthers, and Marion's going to put it in play. First down and 10 inside their own 20. Starters defensively tonight for the Panthers. Up front, it's Avian Beard, Carson Conyers, Bryson Mattia at the jack linebacker. Connor Stevens is going to get the start in the middle. Antonio Shelton and Weston Monson are the outside backers. The corners are Trey Stewart and Messiah Holloway. Cordy Anderson gets the start tonight at Bandit. Logan Hipskin at Spur. And Cordell Payne, the interception leader with 6, starts at free safety. Zayden Walker is the Marion quarterback. He's thrown for 1,469 yards on the season. He drops back. He's flushed. He's looking to run, and he is going to be wiped out by Monson back at the 12.
That was a great job by Weston staying home. He could have dropped into his zone. He did a fantastic job spying the quarterback and making him pay with the tackle for loss sack.
Well, that's the key, is he was sitting there in the spy and tracked him the whole way, was able to get in the backfield for a big sack.
Not tackle for loss on the season for Weston, who went on a recruiting visit to Harding last weekend. Second down and 14 for Marion, and going nowhere is Solomon Flores. Got the carry. They handed it off to their H-back, and he's dumped for a loss.
There's that guy, Connor Stevens, getting in the backfield, causing chaos. Love it.
How about that? They've got 2 running backs that are nearing 600 yards apiece, and they hand it off to their Y. And it is 3rd down and 17 for Marion from their own 9-yard line. Zayden Walker. And we had motion. And penalty's going to back Marion up 5 more. Justin, the Patriots going the wrong way.
Yeah, it's definitely not the start that they wanted. You know, it looks like they like something in doubles formation. They go 2 by 2 every play so far. I'm not real sure why. That's not their identity. They want to run the football, so I'm interested to see if they continue that.
You can see the girth on that Marion offensive line as they break the huddle, come to the line. Jeremiah Dent in the backfield with Zayden Walker, the quarterback. He stands in his own end zone, drops back, flushed, looking downfield, throwing on the run, incomplete. Closest man to that football was Cordy Anderson, and now Marion's going to have to punt it away out of their own end zone, but do we have a flag? As the band fires up the Pink Panther, we're waiting on the White Hat to give us a signal here.
That is kind of that's kind of what we've done this year. We play brilliant for 3 plays and then bail them out on a penalty.
Well, it's still going to be 4th down, though. 15-yard dead ball. It's 4th down and 7 from the 19. They'll send Brody Bird on to punt. He averages 31 yards a punt on the season. He's a lefty. Cordy Anderson back to receive for Benton. Stands at the Marion 45. Low snap. Bird picks it up. Anderson retreats and hits him, and Corey falls on it. Boy, disaster averted at the Benton 44-yard line. Whew. But Benton's got good field position,
They
Justin.
got great field position, and, you know, that snap was not a very good one. So it went from the dramatics of, hey, we may get a safety, to we just almost gave them the ball back. But like you said, it was all averted, and now we got the ball with great field position.
It's Drew Davis. He's thrown for 2,408 yards this season, 32 touchdowns. He has 110 in his career. Will lead the offense at quarterback. He brings John Curtis Barger in motion to the right side of the formation. Fake to Gunnar Deaton. And Drew is slammed rudely to the turf by Marion's leading tackler, Zadine Wilson. Starters for Benton on offense: Madison Hurd, Jaron Ginther, Sam Harris, Barrett Pettit, and Garrett Pilkington on the offensive line. Gunnar Deaton is the running back. The receivers are Will Carter, Carson Collett, Easton Snellings, and John Curtis Barger, who makes that catch, and he is going to be up to first down yardage at the Marion 46.
That was a phenomenal job. Sorry, Terry.
No, you're good.
By John Curtis Barger of finding space in their defense, and Drew did a phenomenal job of placing it where it needed to. Senior to senior connection. I love it.
Love the way he just sat down in that zone and found a little spot. Drew was able to find him.
First down Panthers at the Patriot 46-yard line. And a give off to Gunner. He's trying to pick his way through the line as Marion did a good job plugging the holes. No room to run for Gunner at 2nd and 10.
Well, that's that setup that you were talking about in throwing the pass, getting a first down, and then trying to set up a little read option there.
That's right, and I really like what Drew Harris is doing with the offense. He's really spreading out their defense and forcing them to give us a 4-1 box or a 3-2 box that's going to be run-friendly. Hopefully we can take advantage of that.
Got Poot, Barger, and Carter to the near side. 2nd down and 10. Drew takes a snap, hands it off to Gunner. Boy, Zadine Wilson has made his presence known in the early going as Gunner picks up 1, and it'll be 3rd and 9.
Well, there's no denying the physicality of that young man. He's playing strong, and he's basically commanding the line of scrimmage right now.
He is, and you know we have a very favorable numbers game in the box. We're a 5v5, so he should be accounted for.
Third down throw from Drew, and that ball almost intercepted as a diving attempt by R.L. Johnson. Couldn't come up with it. Drew was trying to get it to Poot. It's incomplete, and the Panthers will have to punt it away on 4th down.
You know, sometimes it's very difficult for these officials to see, but Poot was being held on his entire route. So a very unfortunate situation for us.
So Weston Monson will snap. Connor Stevens with a bit of a hand injury. He's been the deep snapper all season. So Monson will snap. Dawson Daves will punt it away. Stands at the Benton 43. Back to receive is K. Harris Hill for Marion. Snap back. Daves gets a foot into it. It's a high kick that Hill is going to let hit and rolls into the end zone for the touchback. So Marion will have it 1st and 10 at the 20, and we want to bring in for the first time tonight down at field level Josh Monson. Josh, your initial thoughts through a possession each.
Man, initial thoughts, I think you guys are right. You know, number 9 on that side was commanding that line of scrimmage big time, but I'll say, Terry, you picked the O-line tonight, and I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised with your pick because those hog mollies down here were all business.
You're 1 for 3 right now, Josh.
That's it.
It's the handoff to Rico Ward, and he tried to get to the outside, and he's going to lose 2. The pursuit by the Panthers outstanding.
Yeah, Monson and Stevens both in on that tackle.
Yeah, guys, and I think we just got a penalty as well. It should go against Marion. There's a little excessive blocking after the play.
It's the officials' visit. I saw you reaching for your flag immediately, Justin, and a little extracurricular after the play as the official is writing in his little black book down there. And they are telling Marion to back up, so we're going to get a dead ball penalty here.
You know, I love the effort. I mean, that's something that we would coach. You know, last year we had a kid, Isaiah Gibson, that would do that almost every single play, but he learned how to let go, you know, when the whistle was being blown.
So they called offsetting unsportsmanlike on both teams.
I didn't see that.
So the play stands, 2nd down and 12 now for Marion, back at their own 18-yard line. Ward in the backfield. Trips to the wide side of the field. Walker looking that way, throwing, and a leaping catch made by Jeremiah Dent. You'll see him in the backfield. You saw him at receiver. He made the catch at the 23. It'll be 3rd and 7.
Yeah, if they show that replay on that last play, boy, we almost jumped a route there and made a huge play for that defense.
So on 3rd down and 7 for the Patriots. Shotgun snap back to Walker. He's going to hand it off to Rico Ward, and he's going nowhere as Bryson Mattia was all over him at the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th and 7.
Our box play is playing absolutely out of their mind tonight. I love what we're doing. We're stopping the run, making them one-dimensional, and I think if we continue to do that, they're going to be in a punt formation a lot.
And it's good to see because we were afraid of that run game, and the PDC has brought it on the first 2 possessions.
Absolutely.
So back to punt for the 2nd time tonight is Brody Bird. And Bird's punt is going to be a short one that hits shy of midfield, takes a Marion roll, and is going to be down at the 43. So Benton going to start 1 yard deeper than they did last time at the 43. Josh, very impressed so far with the run defense tonight.
Yeah, I think, Weston was telling me that they were really prepared for coming in tonight and owning the line of scrimmage, and they were going to be working on those D linemen sucking up double teams so they could really get back there and work. And I'll tell you, I think that the plan seems to be executed right now.
So far, so good. 1st and 10 Panthers at their own 43. Is Drew going to roll out to his right? He's got Murdoch underneath, flips it to him. Brendan breaks a tackle and is running hard, forced out of bounds at the 49-yard line for a 6-yard gain.
Boy, Justin, he wanted that cutback lane so bad.
He did. And I'll tell you this about Murdoch. He doesn't go down on the first touch. That's one thing I've noticed about the kid. He's impressed me a lot. I actually talked to his running back coach before the game, and I said, get him in early and often, please.
Had 105 yards rushing last week at West Memphis as Drew throws. Will Carter sits down in a zone window, makes the catch, and carries over the 30-yard line into Marion territory. They're going to mark him down at the 30. That's 21 yards and a first down.
That was a phenomenal cover 3 beater we just ran. Murdoch did a phenomenal job of getting the alley defender widening to create the void in the window for Will to sit down and Drew to throw it.
So 1st and 10 Benton at the Patriot 30. Drew drops back. He looks, throws underneath, and threw that one high, intended for John Curtis Barger, incomplete, 2nd and 10.
It's almost like Drew threw that one away. There was good coverage on all 3 of his targets, and I think he went through his progression and just threw it out.
Yeah, Terry, what I saw, they were in cover 3 the previous play, and I think they just rotated to man coverage whenever we did the short motion. I think it gave him the indicator, and maybe Drew didn't see that.
Ball in the center of the field as they hand it off to Murdoch. He runs to daylight at the 10. Nice cut down inside the 5-yard line before he's tackled by the safety, Colton Kimball. That's 26 yards, and Benton has it in the red zone, 1st and goal.
Well, Justin, there's that cut he was looking for. It bought him another 10 yards. Watch this. Bang, gotcha.
And you didn't see it, but the energy he just injected into this offense was insane. How he came off the field, he's hyping up the defense. I'm really excited about the future of that kid.
So Panthers going with a heavy set here because Carson Conyers checks in at H-back. Weston Monson is the running back, and the Panthers going to get hit with a false start and back up to the 9.
Well, 1st and goal, but you're still inside the chains, so we'll back it up and do it again.
Panthers scoring 88% of the time in the red zone, 43 of 49 on the season as Drew Davis is going to keep. Drew breaking tackles, running hard down to the 4, so got the 5 yards on the penalty back at 2nd and goal at the 4.
Yeah, that's a package we haven't seen this season, but I think it's going to be one that we're going to need to continue to grow and use and utilize throughout the course of the rest of the season into the playoffs.
Put it in last week, never got to use it at West Memphis. Going to go power to Drew, and he's straining toward the goal line.
That's in.
Panthers are saying he's in. Officials say he's in. Drew Davis is 10th rushing touchdown of the season, and Benton draws first blood.
I want those points.
That
is an offensive line touchdown right there.
There you go.
Really proud of the guys, man. Drew got stood up at the line of scrimmage, and the offensive line came back behind and gave him a push and got him into the end zone.
Yeah, it looked like
Great job.
Jaron Ginther was the first one there to initiate that movement.
Case and Wright snaps, Easton Snellings holds, and Gabe Wilbur boots it through for the PAT. Gabe perfect on the season as the cannon fires, and the Panthers go up 7-0 with 4:49 to go in the first quarter. And Josh, I love it down there in the red zone. Put a little beef in.
Dude, I mean, that was an awesome play down there to see. You know, we've been talking about putting that play in that package called Midnight. You may know why. But,
yes.
But, man, the energy that we just had coming off, as long as this team can keep this up, boy, I think we're going to be all right.
Midnight Monson named the package after him.
Speaking of Monson, a great job blocking downfield.
Yeah, for sure. Your Edward Jones agent Caitlin King scoring summary: 6 plays, 57 yards in a minute 39, and the Panthers go up 7-0 as Gabe Wilbur is set to kick off, and he puts a foot into it, and it is going to come down and roll into Jeremiah Dent let it hit the turf, Terry. I think he thought it was going out of bounds, and it just hugged the sideline into the end zone.
Buddy, that was a tightrope if there ever was one. I don't think you could do that again if you kicked it 200 times.
So we've hit the pylon this year, and we've tight-roped the sideline now. Gabe is a Houdini with that foot.
The only thing would have made it better is if it would have tight-roped and then stopped on the one.
Yeah, exactly. So 7-0, Panthers lead it with 4:49 to go in the first quarter. El Dorado has taken a 7-0 lead at Sheridan. Greenwood up 7-0 on Mountain Home in the first quarter. Conway up 7-0 on Bryant. Is Zayden Walker throwing for Amani Wren, who caught it in stride. Cordell Payne pulls him down at the Panther 35, and it's going to be first down on a big play for Marion. And Amani Wren, interestingly, Justin, played at Newport as a sophomore, went to Greenwood last year, and finds his way to Marion for his senior year.
Yeah, he's a talented kid. You know, that I guess they go off of stop talking about that kid, but it looks like they're starting to go back to their identity. They're loading the box. They're forcing our defense to play a certain coverage where they're in a run-friendly offensive set, and it's going to put a lot of strain and pressure on our defensive backs.
As Jeremiah Dent carried for 3, second down and 7 now for the Patriots. That was a 45-yard pitch and catch from Walker to Wren. 2nd and 7 at the Panther 32 as they go to Rico Ward. He's breaking tackles for just a yard to the 31. It's 3rd and 6.
Looks like they're trying to take a page out of Sylvan Hills' playbook. They're running a lot of pin and pull to that right side of their offense. So hopefully they're not a tempo team like Sylvan Hills. So I think it's going to play a little bit more into our hand with them huddling up after each play.
As Aaron Hale, the 345-pound lineman, was pulling on that play. Big number 76.
That's a lot of weight.
3rd down and 6, Patriots at the Panther 31. They hand it off to Flores, and Flores is plowing forward. Panthers can't get him on the ground as Noah Robertson is holding on, and the Panthers finally get him down, but not till he is inside the 20 down to the 17. Wow.
Well, that's one of those fundamental failures. I mean, instead of trying to strip the ball, you just fall down in front of the guy and you save yourself 10 yards. Panthers just failed to do it.
So first down in the red zone for Marion at the Benton 18-yard line. Now we get a peek at that moon as the clouds have broken. 2:55 to go in the first quarter. His miscommunication in the backfield. Ward is going to make something out of nothing. Panther tackling is horrendous right now. Connor Stevens finally gets him down at the 5-yard line after a gain of 13.
Yeah, it looks like we're just hitting and bouncing off. They, I mean, kudos to them. They're running extremely hard and physical, running with an attitude. But I think we need to match that energy, right?
Yeah.
The pull was coming to the left. Ward ran to the right. He and Walker ran into each other. Panthers had a golden opportunity at a tackle for loss and couldn't get him down. 1st and goal, Marion at the Benton 4-yard line as they're going to condense the formation, hand it off to the up back, and they're just trying to plow behind that 309-pound offensive line down to the 2-yard line.
Did you see who got the tackle on that?
About 10 Panthers.
Yeah, they just stopped the play.
As Brad Harris takes a timeout with 2:06 to go in the first quarter, Marion's going to have it 2nd and goal at the Benton 1-yard line. And Josh, as we bring you back in, and the tackling this time for the Panthers has been suspect.
Yeah, down here watching it, I think you guys described it pretty well. Just hit a lot of hitting and bouncing. We're going to have to get those shoulders and drive them into those hips and pull that in, throw the hooks and drive into the ground.
Yeah, when you look at the weight of those offensive linemen, Josh, down there at field level, it's a real size mismatch for the PDC tonight.
They are. They are big. But early in the season, Coach Harris talked a little bit about what our attributes were. One of them being speed and quickness, and we're going to have to get there tonight on that speed and quickness.
Well, I will tell you this: there was a lot of speed and quickness and body language from Coach Harris in that huddle right just now.
So we'll see if the PDC comes out with a new attitude. Marion has it 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line. And they're going to snap it back to Zadine Wilson. He stiff arms. He's going to score. Courtesy of 2 stiff arms on the edge, and he hears it from the ROTC. Is the ROTC giving it back to him? Marion has cut the Benton lead to 7-6.
Yeah, what was it, the Parkview game where we had one of the players run into the ROTC and found out that wasn't the best idea?
They've found something offensively. I think they've changed their formation. Their first 2 possessions, they were kind of in a spread set, 4 wide. This possession, they went to a tight end and a fullback, and they're just going to play power football and try to out-physical us.
Brody Watson on for the PATs, just 25 of 34 on the season. So it's not a gimme. It's a snap back, kick up, and the kick is good, and Marion has tied it at 7 with 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. And big play, Justin, on the pass for 45 yards. And then after that, Benton, its own worst enemy, tackling on that drive.
That's right. You alluded to this early on. They have a 2-headed monster at running back, and then they also gave it to number 17.
Yeah.
5'11", 185, but he was running like he was 6'2", 235. Looked like Braylon Russell back in the day. We couldn't get him down. So I would really like to see them go back to that spread set. Hopefully their coaching gets the best of them and they try to be too creative. But if they stay in that tight alignment and that run box, we're going to have to bring some more hats to the party.
Flores came in with 7 carries on the year. The H-back, number 17, he has 3 already tonight. So Marion giving Benton something they haven't shown all year.
Yeah, and on the touchdown, if I'm not mistaken, that touchdown was Wilson, wasn't it?
Yeah, the linebacker.
Yeah, the linebacker came in on a heavy package, and that's the first time that I'd seen that.
He had 1 carry coming into tonight. So your Edward Jones agent, Caitlin King, scoring summary for Marion. 7 plays, 80 yards. The big play, the 45-yard pass from Walker to Wren. Took 2 minutes, 49 seconds, and Marion has tied it up at 7. And Marion is known to onside kick here as they go watermelon kick, and that one's not going to come anywhere close to going 10 yards. And it is going to die at the 44, and Benton will have it in Marion territory.
This is a perfect starting position, definitely, to go ahead and erase what just happened on the last possession. The offense now has the opportunity to go regain the momentum and kind of start fresh.
Chuck Livingston, the outstanding media guy for Marion, had a good article today on the Marion website about what they term the 4th phase, and that is the kickoff team.
Yep.
They've gone real heavy to the onside kick, as tends to be popular in Arkansas high school football these days. And if they kick it 6 yards every time, we'll take that all night long.
Bring it on.
Come on.
Looks like they're starting back in their cover 3.
There's a zone read, give off to Deaton, and Gunner carrying the pile down to the 37. That's 7 tough yards for Gunner Deaton.
Well, Gunner got some help that time, but there was a lot of that on Justin. That was all him, and that exactly power in his legs.
I'd like to see that senior get some more attempts and then start carrying the load a little bit more. I really like the way he runs the football.
Great job by Madison Hurd.
Gunner lined up in a slot this time. Throw wide open, Poot! Touchdown Panthers, as he came wide open in the center of the field. Drew Davis to Carson Collett, his 9th receiving touchdown of the season, and Benton goes back up.
Those two safeties have been cheating down for the last 2 possessions, and I kept waiting for them to hit either the seam or post, and they caught him right that time.
Yeah, Drew Davis did a phenomenal job of looking the defender off. He really influenced the defense to his left side to open up Pooh Collett up the seam.
Case and Wright will snap. Snellings will hold. Gabe Wilbur, 51 of 51 on the season without his mouthpiece in. Kicks the extra point. It is good, and the Panthers go up 14-7 with 1:22 to go in the first quarter. And Josh, they gave us a short field, and the Panthers took advantage of it.
Yeah, you always. I think Terry said it earlier. He said the nice way, some interesting decisions in Arkansas high school football around, kickoffs and short fields, and we will take it. I'll tell you, Drew did do a good job of looking that off, but boy, that big breakdown there by 5 and 11, giving each other some words at the end of that, completely lost their eyes in the back there.
Yeah, and that was the first time we've seen empty tonight. And nobody covered the inside receiver.
Well, they stayed cover 3, and the free safety kind of went and cheated towards the trip side, and Drew just influenced him even more to open up the seam on the weak side.
So as a coach, is that something you come back to?
Absolutely. Yeah, I think that's going to be something we do the rest of the night, to be honest with you. If they're going to continue to play cover 3 to an empty set, there's nobody that's matched up, especially if they say cover 3 on the twin side, which is the 2 receiver side of the trips.
As Gabe Wilbur's kickoff goes into the end zone for a touchback, and Marion will have it 1st and 10 at their own 20. The Edward Jones agent Caitlin King scoring summary: 2 plays, 44 yards, and 38 seconds to give Benton the lead back at 14-7. Bryant Conway tied 7-7 as Aaron Garrett is keeping an eye on that one for us tonight. 1st down and 10, Marion at their own 20.
I anticipate they're going to come back to that power set and run the football and then try to get a matchup with number 12.
As Rico Ward in the backfield, they have overloaded the left side of the formation. Walker dropping back. He's going to air it out on one-on-one, and it goes through the hands of Jeremiah Dent. Trey Stewart in coverage for the Panthers. 2nd and 10.
Well, they're just looking solid on that go route, Justin.
Yeah, I think that's what they're doing. They're forcing us into cover 0 or cover 1, and they're just saying, hey, we're going to throw it deep, and we're more athletic than you are. And then they are.
And they're right.
They are right. I'm very impressed with the way this quarterback throws the deep ball. 2 for 2 on the deep ball. He's throwing his guys open. Let's hope that he underthrows one here in a little bit. And Cordell gets his 7th pick of the year.
Twins to each side of the formation. Flores in the backfield. They're going to hand it off to him. And Solomon Flores is going to pick up nice yardage before Monson makes the tackle. 8-yard gain. It's 3rd and 2.
Yeah, this is what I expected them to come to. Instead of that power package, I expected them to spread us out and then try to find some gaps. And they did a good job on that play.
They did. I'm very impressed with 17 running the football. He runs it very difficult. But to be honest with you, Terry, I would prefer them to spread out and play a skilled game of football than a power.
So Flores is going to take the snap. Walker went wide, and Flores is going to carry for the 1st down. Where has this been all year for Marion? I mean, this guy has been a receiver. He's been a blocker. He has not been a runner, and Marion has featured him in this first quarter tonight.
Yeah, and he's a strong runner. You're going to have to get around his legs. We keep trying to tackle up high, and this guy's getting 4 or 5 yards out of charity.
Yeah, I think one thing we haven't done the last 2 possessions is as soon as we make contact with them at the line of scrimmage, we're not gang tackling. We're not bringing all other 10 hats to the party, and that's something we did, I think, in the first 2 possessions. So we need to get that corrected.
So that brings the first quarter to an end tonight. Benton leads at 14-7. We'll step aside and come back with the second quarter of Benton Panther football on the Benton Football Network.
Midtown Plumbing services over 1 million square feet of commercial property in Little Rock. And they've also provided plumbing needs to thousands of residential clients all over Central Arkansas. Along with residential and commercial plumbing, Midtown also provides water heater sales, sewer repair, remodeling services, and 24-hour emergency plumbing. Midtown Plumbing, just a phone call away. 501-426-5900. MidtownMechanicalServices.com.
Allied Glass is a full-service glass shop located in historic downtown Benton. Allied Glass is a third-generation business and family-owned and operated since 1967. Mirrors, shower doors, commercial storefronts, tabletops, screens, plexiglass, and much more. For all your glass needs, call Allied Glass at 501-778-6.
And he's going to pick up nice yardage to midfield. That's a 18-yard gain and a Marion first down before he's run out of bounds by Cordell.
You know, we're gonna have to stop them on first down, get them behind the chains to make them, you know, try to put the ball in the air. But they're in 4-down territory now.
So they go back to Dent running left, and Dent, I believe he lost his footing before Antonio Shelton unloaded on him. Loss of 1 at 2nd and 11.
He definitely lost his footing, but it wasn't going to matter.
No.
Antonio Shelton was waiting on him. Did a good job of containing that run.
As Walter Tucker had pulled around there trying to block, 315 pounds. I'm just amazed at the size of these guys and how they move in the pulls. As Walker drops back, he's throwing for Wren. Wren just beyond his outstretched arms as Major Holloway was in coverage. That Wren can flat fly, Justin.
He can. He's a very talented kid. Every time that he's had a release, I think he's gotten behind, gotten at least 1 or 2 steps on our defense, which is scary. You know, if they're forcing us into man coverage, I mean, that's a weapon that they can utilize at any time.
Wren had a 60-yard touchdown and a 37-yard touchdown receiving last week against Little Rock Catholic. It's 3rd down and 11 for Marion at their own 49-yard line as Noah Robertson checks back in, gives Drake Woodard a break on this big 3rd down, and Lance Clark is going to take a timeout for Marion. Let's take a 30-second timeout. 11:15 to go in the first half. Benton leads at 14-7.
Allied Glass is a full-service glass shop located in historic downtown Benton. Allied Glass is a third-generation business and family-owned and operated since 1967. Mirrors, shower doors, commercial storefronts, tabletops, screens, plexiglass, and much more. For all your glass needs, call Allied Glass at 501-778-6244, located at 115 East Sevier in downtown Benton.
11:15 to go in the first half. Benton leads at 14-7. It's going to be 3rd down and 11 for Marion. They convert 38% on 3rd down. And Terry, I know this is going to blow your mind, but the PDC only allows 29% conversion on 3rd down this year. It's one of our best 3rd down defenses, but there was a 2-game spell where it seemed like we gave up every 3rd down.
Well, but the thing is that the defense really did give up the 3rd down. It was the mistake of letting somebody either get wide open or a costly penalty.
Jeremiah Dent, my word, that was like a Canadian Football League formation. As he was 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage, carried to the Benton 48, and it's going to be 4th and 8.
Yeah, that's a very creative way to get into a power run set. Kind of motion them back to get into a pistol look, and then they short motion the fullback in to run the power on the weak side.
Boy, and they really exploded the hole too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's impressive to watch Dent hit the hole.
I've been impressed with every kid that's ran the football for him tonight.
Well, yeah,
right. I think they have a 3-headed monster now.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my word. As Panthers are going to jump offside and give Marion 5 yards, and now Lance Clark's going to send his offense back out there on 4th and 3.
This is a great opportunity, though, for our defense to get a stop on 4th down and really control the field position.
Yeah, that's right.
Big momentum play right here as the Marion offense gathers around their coaches. And it's been a frustrated Brad Harris down there on the sideline in this first half. 4th down and 3, and now Coach Harris is going to take a timeout. And Josh?
We only had 10 players on the field.
We shot ourselves in the foot there jumping offside, but here's a chance for the defense to make a statement in this first half.
Yeah, you guys are talking about how well those running backs are coming early in this series. Antonio took a pop. He was on the wrong end of a collision earlier, and he was just about to get it back. Let's see if he gets it here.
Now, we don't give the Hirschfield Insurance collision of the game to the other team.
No. But we also haven't seen very many physical tackles or deliveries from the offense.
Yeah, exactly.
Yet. But it's coming.
4th down and 3. Marion is ready to go. The Panthers still huddled up around Brad Harris, Blake Dorsey, Ryan Forte. And we'll see what the defense has up its sleeve here on this big 4th and 3 at the Benton 43. Zayden Walker is going to go under center. He is going to drop back to throw. Play action pass, and oh my word. Oh me, there was a little bump between Messiah Holloway and Jeremy Dent at the 20. And the back judge on the Marion sideline threw the flag on a ball that sailed.
That ball was 20 yards past the receiver.
And they're going to call holding on Messiah and give Marion a first down. So that's back-to-back penalties, guys. When Marion was going to punt it away, Justin, on 4th and 8. They're going to have it first down and 10 at the Benton 33.
I'd want to go back and look at that, but it looked like their release was very smooth and clean, so the hold may have been worth the penalty, to be honest with you.
Zayden Walker going to hand off to Rico Ward, running short side of the field, and Antonio Shelton's going to make the tackle right around the 30-yard line. Gain of 3, 2nd and 7.
Shelton and Monson are getting a lot of work tonight.
Looks like their strategy is working, going back to power run game, slowing the game down.
Yep. And you called that, you said if they could slow the game down and limit the possessions, they could stay in it.
As Walker drops back, looking deep for Amani Wren. He made the catch on the bobble, and they said out of bounds.
Guys, I think we just got lucky because I think he gained possession when that last foot hit the maroon. Let's see on the replay. Ooh, no, he was not.
Stepped on the white.
It's a good call.
But the back judge, who's standing at the 5, did not move.
Didn't move one bit. That's where he was when he threw the penalty on the holding as well.
Exactly.
Is he down there on TikTok?
He's about to get put on TikTok.
As they give it off to Dent, and Antonio sealing the edge and rides him out of bounds for no gain. And it'll be 4th and 7.
Antonio's starting to get fired up now.
Terry, how many tackles does he have now?
He's got 6.
Ooh, man.
Watch this.
Unblocked.
Just drives him right into the sidelines. Great defensive play. Now, big play here for the Panther defense. Let's get off the field.
4th down and 7. Marion has converted 1 4th down on this drive. The Panthers need to stop it right here. There's a reverse.
And it's wide open.
So they come to the near side with Dent. What a tackle by Corey Anderson. at the 24. Boy, it's going to depend on the spot.
No, they're marking him short.
First down, Panthers. What an open field tackle by Corey Anderson. Wow.
Well, that may not be a crashing hit, but it certainly is the tackle of the night.
For sure.
I thought he was in open field, and they could have ended in a touchdown.
I did too.
And Corey worked himself off of a block of Phillip Walker to make that tackle.
Big play by Corey Anderson.
So the Panthers take over with 9:15 to go in the first half at their own 24. First down and 10. Is Drew Davis going to throw for Will Carter, who makes the catch and coverage into Marion territory as he went up over Key Harris Hill to bring it down at the Marion 44.
The spacing right there was fantastic. We brought in our slot receivers and forced them to play on an island with Will. And Will's going to win against most.
So Panthers go hurry up. Drew is going to be sacked.
There's that guy again.
Zayden Wilson. Man, he is a ball player.
Got a flag on the field. I'm not real sure what it is.
It was thrown by the linesman on the Benton sideline. Marion's pointing in that it's against Benton. And we'll see how the striped shirts sort this one out.
It's against Benton?
No, they're bringing it back to the line of scrimmage. Personal foul, face mask. So that'll move it down to the 29, thank you very much. And it'll be first down Panthers following the 15-yard infraction.
Man, how about the game Zayden Wilson's having?
Came in leading Marion with 12 tackles for loss on the season. First down Benton at the 29 as Drew bobbles it. There's a loose ball picked up, and going the other way is Mekhi Guyton.
Strip it out.
And Carson Collett's going to run him down inside the 10-yard line as the nose man for Marion picked up the loose ball and returns it all the way to the Panther 8-yard line. Wow.
You know, I was going to say this prior to the snap, but they're starting to bring a lot more pressure. They're collapsing our interior offensive line with the amount of pressure that they're bringing. And they had, I think they brought more than we could block, and it happened to be a bad snap. And it was the worst possible scenario for us just then.
Yeah, they brought 7 that time, and I thought we had it blocked, but it was going to have to be a quick pass, and it didn't look like he had a hot route to go to.
It looked like the snap was fairly low and to the right. I'd like to see a replay on that, but
Panthers came in +6 in turnover margin on the season. There's a snap back, give it off to number 7, Jeremiah Dent, and he's going to be down to the 2-yard line, a gain of 6, second and goal.
Antonio Shelton at the bottom of the pile again. Man, he's having a monster first half.
So Marion had R.L. Johnson, their cornerback, take that snap. So they go run heavy. K. Harris Hill, the safety, takes a snap, hands it off to Dent. Dent's in the end zone. So Marion takes advantage of the fumble recovery that Mekhi Guyton returned to the Benton 8-yard line and punches it in on 2 plays, and Marion's an extra point away from tying it at 14 with 7:57 to go in the first half.
One thing Coach Harris said earlier today was, you know, this team is very athletic, and you saw a defensive lineman basically outrunning the guys chasing him until Pooch Collett, who's probably one of the fastest guys on the team, was able to track him down.
Brady Watson on for the extra point. It is up. It is good. And with 7:57 to go in the first half, we're knotted up at 14 as we bring Josh Monson back in. And that was a deflator there to see Marion's nose man rumbling down the field.
Yeah, a little bit of visions from Sylvan Hills there on that protection. I'm not sure if we had our starting line or if we had some different guys in or not, but it definitely collapsed. May have to, may have to do a little go on too to slow this rush down.
Sylvan Hills PTSD, Justin.
That's what I was thinking as well. We're shooting ourselves in the foot. We can't get off the field because of penalties on defense a few times. Offensively, we just gave them a touchdown just because of lack of communication, lack of execution. We're going to have to do a much better job. Hopefully we can learn from what we experienced in Sylvan Hills and apply that to tonight and make sure that doesn't happen again.
So the Panthers going to send the hands team out. Corey Anderson, the lone Panther, back deep. He stands around the 15-yard line. His Panthers fully expecting an onside kick here from Marion. And they are going to squib it deep. Corey fields it at the 21. He returns it up the center of the field. Good return from Corey over the 45, over the 48. Are we going to get a whistle to blow? As about 18 guys were in a scrum. They finally blow it dead at midfield. So again, good field position.
Well, yeah, we're in a perfect situation to go take the lead, regain control of this football game. Let's see what the offense does. I would like to see us come out and let's start putting the ball in the air. Let's get it out of our hand quickly. If they're going to start bringing pressure and play man, I think that plays perfectly into what we're capable of doing.
As Barger and Carter come near side, Snelling's far side. Poot is in that extended running back spot. He's going to get it on the swing pass, looking to make a move. And Poot is going to be hurled to the turf by Johnson and Hill at the 48. A gain of 2, 2nd and 8.
Yeah, that's a good first down play. We got positive 2. You look at that, a lot of people see 2 yards. It's not very successful. What we did there, we made them have to run. We made them have to play disciplined football. They're playing man, so now their eye discipline may change the next time we do something like that.
Drew drops back and throws. Back shoulder throw for Will Carter, and it's right on the money as Hill takes him out of bounds at the 29. That's 19 yards. Actually, yeah, they're going to put it at the 30. Give him 18 and a first down.
That's why he's the all-time passing leader. Man, what an impressive throw.
Yes, the timing, the route, the back shoulder, that's a high-level, next-level play. Yeah, we got one-on-one down here with Will. Let's see if we take a shot.
Looking that way, and the pressure collapses the pocket, and there's that man again, Zadine Wilson with the sack. His 3rd of the season, and the Panthers lose 8. It'll be 2nd and 18.
Yeah, it looked like Drew Davis was looking at Will. There was a lack of communication. Will was thinking zig, and it looked like Drew was thinking zag.
Well, Canaris Hill had a big impact on that play, too, and he locked Will up at the line of scrimmage and threw that timing off.
2nd down and long. Drew pointing, directing, throwing wide of Easton. Snelling's incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down and 17.
Yeah, that one sailed a little bit. He had Snelling's wide open, and that ball just kind of sailed on him a little bit.
Yeah, I think some of the pressure is getting to him. He's throwing off his timing and his confidence when he's moving in the pocket. And that's a tough throw, moving and drifting to your left, having to fully rotate around. But he's very capable of making that throw.
So the Panthers go an empty gun here. We see the 5-receiver set. It blitzed Marion for the touchdown to Poot in the first quarter. See what happens here as the pressure comes. Drew loses the football and gets on it back at the Benton 47, and the Marion pressure right now is owning the Benton O-line.
Yeah, the timing of their blitzes and stunts right now is very impressive. They're pinning their ears back and just they're confident, right? I mean, their defensive line and linebackers are extremely confident of rushing and defending. I would like to see us maybe throw a tunnel screen, try to figure out how to relieve some of that pressure. And and play into what they're trying to do defensively. They're running upfield.
Loss of 16. It's 4th and 33. As Dave's punt, boy, almost blocked.
Great punt.
And it's going to hit and roll and be down. Nope. They're going to say, are they going to say he got it down?
I think so.
They're going to mark it down at the 1. They're going to say he got Murdoch.
It is Murdoch.
They're going to say he gained possession before going into the end zone. Terry will take it.
Yes, sir. We're not getting a whole lot of breaks tonight. I'm going to take that one.
Yes, we will.
That's a 51-yard punt from Dawson Daves. And put a star by Brendan Murdoch down in that one. It's going to be first down Marion from their own 1-yard line with 5:39 to go in the first half, all tied at 14.
I would like for them to try to run the football, but I have a really bad feeling in my stomach that they're about to take a shot with number 12.
Yes, sir.
So Messiah Holloway is matched up on Wren to the near side.
And here it comes.
Walker lobs it out for Wren, who makes, no, the ball came free, incomplete. It looked like he held on to it, and the ball came free as he hit the turf, and Wren is slow to get up at the 45-yard line. As Jeremy Dent comes over to check on him, the Marion training staff on their way over as Amani Wren has rolled over on his stomach at the 45 and is being assisted by the Marion training staff. Now T.J. White and Dr. Dixon going to go over and see how they can assist as well. We've got a injury timeout. We'll take a 30-second and be right back.
At First Security, we've been investing in our home state since 1932, growing deep roots and even deeper relationships. We're part of Arkansas. It's part of us. Today, we put all of that history and stability to good use for you, pouring our resources into the people and places we love best. Arkansas communities, Arkansas families, and Arkansas futures. First Security. Think better.
As they continue to help Amani Wren, now he is up and walking toward the Marion sideline under his own power, getting a lot of support from both sides of the stadium tonight.
Boy, you don't want to see somebody that's that talented and that big a part of the game go out on an injury.
No.
You don't, and Messiah Holloway made a phenomenal play just then. You know, he caught the ball, he stayed with it, he was able to rake the ball out of his hands because he was beat.
So 2nd and 10 Marion as we go back to action. They have it at their own 1-yard line. The ROTC really getting into it down in that end zone. Is Walker going to throw underneath? Catch made by Dent. He breaks an open field tackle. Now Corey Anderson. And Corey doing a great job tonight on defense. Going to make the tackle near the first down.
That may have been the hit of the game, to be honest with you. Cordell came in as he was being tackled and laid the hammer on that kid. I think he's down. Not real sure if it was a shoulder-to-head situation, but it was a very violent collision.
Going to pick up the first down as they spot the ball at the 12. As the white hat is holding up action as Jeremiah Dent being attended to over on the Marion sideline as Justin noted he took a hit from Cordell. Can we rack the replay on that real quick, Will, as they tend to Jeremiah? I was focused on Corey and missed Cordell's big hit.
Yeah, Cordell came in, not late, but right at the end of the tackle. Right now.
Boom. Boy. Yep. That was a lick from Cordell.
It sure was. Kept his pads up.
He did. It looked like a shoulder to chest, shoulder to face.
and I think the injury happened when the kid's helmet hit the ground.
So first down Marion as we return to action at their own 12-yard line. So Walker looks right, goes back left, and Key Harris Hill got turned around, it looked like, Justin, and almost made a impressive catch, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, he was running a post. The quarterback thought he was running a fade. He threw it outside. Thankfully, his eyes were a little late to the football because he had us beat.
Well, every time they've run that go route, they've had us beat. And at some point, they're going to connect.
As A.P. Lewis checks in, replaces Trey Stewart. Second down and 10 for Marion. His Dent is back in there. It's good to see. As he went in motion, they hand it off.
Great
nice tackle by Antonio Shelton as Rico Ward looked like he was going to run to daylight, and Antonio with a great tackle.
Antonio Shelton is having a night on senior night.
Yes, he is.
That went for 1 yard, and it looked for all the world like it was going for 30.
Or more. Yes. I was starting to get my anxiety was starting to creep in because it looked like he was about to bust it for 25, 35 yards. Great open field tackle by Antonio.
So third down and 8 for Marion, and now a whistle, and we're going to have another timeout as Lance Clark calls timeout. Both teams with one timeout remaining, 4:38 to go in the first half. All tied at 14. Josh, we hadn't talked to you in a while. Do you have a word you need to work in?
I think I got my one that I liked. We're good for the night.
Hog Molly?
Hog Mollies.
Hog Molly it was.
Yeah, Hog Molly it was.
So last week we defined quagmire.
Uh-huh.
We defined shovel pass.
Uh-huh.
Would you define for us Hog Molly?
Yeah. Yeah, Hog Molly, I believe I did take a look when it was given. So I believe it was first used in 1966 in a Tampa Bay article talking about the big boys up front. So there you have it, a little useless trivia.
I love it.
A Tampa Bay article. Memories of John McKay. King of the one-liners on old NFL films.
And Leroy Selman.
There you go.
R.I.P.
So third down for Marion out of the timeout as they send Flores and Dent in motion to the left side of the formation. Walker going to roll that way. They're going to throw back screen to Ward. He makes the catch. Good job, Monson. And Connor Stevens came over to finish the tackle, but Monson blew that play up.
Yes,
Justin.
and there was a guy out there for Monson. Had him blocked. Monson did a great job at dipping and ripping underneath. And without that tackle, again, that our two linebackers just made two open field tackles that were the difference of this drive.
So fourth down and 6 for Marion at their own 16. And on to punt it away is Brody Berg, the left-footed punter. Corey Anderson stands at midfield to receive the punt. And with the clock winding down to 3:50 in the first half, Benton should have good field position as that one off the side of his foot. Going to take a Marion roll over midfield. Now hangs a right and down at the 49. So 51 yards away, Justin. You like your spot right here with 3:42 to go in the half.
I do. Our field position tonight is incredible. Very similar in reminiscence of Sylvan Hills.
Yeah.
But we've been able to capitalize, minus shooting ourselves in the foot on that one drive. I feel very confident, and we only need about 25 more yards until we get in Wilbur range.
That's right.
Need to give Drew some time as Marion really collapsed the line on Benton's last possession.
I like what we're doing. We're condensing our formation to force them to have to widen their splits. Let's see what we got.
What we got is a run to Brendan Murdoch, and Brendan running hard. He's pulling Patriots down to the Marion 43-yard line. That is a gain of 8. Boy, I like his burst.
I do too. You know, that I think I just did the math a second ago. Brendan is probably well over his yards per carry average now. It was 7.8 at the beginning of this game, but I think it's extended.
2nd down and 2, Panthers at the 43. As Drew fakes to Murdoch, keeps. Drew around the 35, 30, running hard inside the 30, down to the 28-yard line. 15 yards for Drew Davis and a Benton first down.
Well, now the pressure's off because now you've got a good field position. You feel confident about your ability to hit a field goal regardless of what the drive does. And now you can just go to executing.
That's right. The best way to negate a speed rush is to run straight at him, and that's what we've done the last 2 plays.
It's Drew, ball knocked loose. My goodness, picked up by Marion.
Blocking the back.
Drew was sacked. The ball loose, and picking it up and returning it inside the Benton 30 was Ryan Blackwell. And Marion is going to have it. Oh, jeez.
We do have a flag on the field. We've got a block in the back.
Yeah, I see it now.
Oh, yep, sure do, at the 41.
And it was a block in the back.
Man, ball security has not been an issue this year, Justin, but it has been in this first half.
It definitely has. The last 2 possessions have cost us. We had a good offensive rhythm going. Their edge pressure and speed that they have is, I think, unlike anything we've seen since Bryant.
Let me ask you, as a coach, how do you combat that when your offensive line is really being challenged like they are tonight?
Yeah, I think running downhill, a gap scheme run, and then tunnel screens, I think are the three ways to kind of negate the edge pressure and the aggressiveness of the defensive line.
It's Walker going to throw underneath for Jeremy Dent. It's incomplete. Trey Stewart in coverage for the Panthers. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, it's good coverage by Stewart that time.
2:30 to go in the second quarter. We're all tied at 14. Planning on Mayor Tom Farmer joining us at halftime tonight. Appreciate the city of Benton and its support year in, year out of Benton Panther football, and it'll be good to get an update from the mayor. As Walker hands it off to Ward, and Ward breaks a couple of tackles before Cordell Payne tackles him around the 44-yard line. That's 7-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd and 3.
That's the second or third time that they are not getting set. They're doing double motions, but prior to the second motion starting, the first one's not getting completely set. So the officiating is not being very disciplined to kind of the rules that are designed to help that. So it would be nice to see if they would start calling that against Marion.
Woo! It's a handoff running left. Jeremiah Dent, he is stopped at the line of scrimmage for no gain, and it's going to be 4th and 3. And decision time for Lance Clark with 1:35 and counting.
Well, there's a nominee right there. Drake Woodard laid a lick and then just backflipped him.
All right, who we got, Woodard or Payne so far, Justin?
Woodard or Payne for
Hirschfield Insurance collision of the game.
I got Payne. I think that was a hit.
4th down and 3. Marion going to go for it at the Benton 44. Walker trying to get Benton to jump. Panthers showing great discipline. Snap clock at 3-2. Marion going to take a timeout with 1:05 to go in the first half. All tied at 14. And Josh, you'll love the discipline of your defense there as Marion really just trying to get Benton to jump offside.
Yeah, that had some situational awareness, and we know from time to time that has been an issue. But guys were ready for it today, or on that drive, and didn't give them the easy one, which that's what we've been kind of prone to doing.
So 4th down and 3, minute 5 to go. If the PDC can hold, you got good field position, Justin. And I think maybe the Marion thinking would be, man, our defense has owned the line of scrimmage. If we don't get it right here,
feel very confident. Right?
Yeah.
It looks like they're going for it. They keep their offense. Well, I don't know. Looks like they may be punting.
The way their defense is playing tonight,
I would go
for
it.
I don't know, man.
It looks like they
we were in field goal range and coughed up the football. And the way their defense is playing, man, I'd be kicking this ball.
They have been known to have some tricks in the special teams game in the past.
Yes, they
Maybe they have a fake punt that they're wanting to run. But it looks like to me they're going to be conservative and content with a 14-14 tie going into halftime.
Brad Harris leaves the defense on the field. This isn't the punt return team. There's a snap back to Bird. He's going to punt it away. Corey Anderson's going to let it hit at the 20 and roll inside the 15, down around the 10, 9, down to the 8 with 52 seconds to go. So, Justin, you're the OC. What do you do here? Do you run the clock out? I know you are.
Absolutely not. No, you do not. But I would start with something high percentage, getting one of my athletes in space, maybe a tunnel screen, slip screen, throwback screen, something that they could pop and kind of get an offense into rhythm. Any chunk play to start a drive with 52 seconds left with this much ground to eat up, I think, is very vital in order to have any kind of chance to score.
So Panthers going to go bunch to the left with Barger, Carter, and Poot. Deaton in the backfield's going to get the carry. And Gunner runs over a Patriot, picks up good yardage.
That's what we needed. Clock stopped. Now we can tempo, see what we got.
To the 21-yard line. That's 13 yards and a Benton first down. Panthers hurry to the line. Drew Davis going to throw underneath wide for Barger, incomplete as he laid out. Couldn't hold on to it. 2nd and 10 with 39 seconds to go.
Well, the good news, Justin, is the clock stops. Given the coverage, I fully expected that quick out, and he just misfired.
Yeah, they're staying in their cover 3. Yep, that's what
so
I was
throw
about
to
say.
Will Carter, catching the seam over midfield into Patriot territory.
Clock is stopped. We're still tempoing. They're staying in their drop cover 3, which is perfect. Throw on me, please.
Boy, the stride that Will Carter had that time.
33 yards, Davis to Carter. First down, Panthers at the Patriot 46. Drew fires a fastball to Will Carter, who steps out of bounds at the 34. That's 12 yards and another first down with 23 seconds to go in the first half.
And we're in Wilbur range now, right? We're right there around that fringe area where I think he may be able to get it in.
Well, I've seen him hit 50-yarders. And
they just switched coverage on us. Now they're playing a little bit of man. So we're taking a shot up top with Will. There's a lot of hand fighting going on.
And Drew, the penalty is the flag thrown from the back judge. And that'll be a free 15 and move the ball down to the 19-yard line. Benton will have it in the red zone.
Well, that's a penalty we needed there. It's gonna, number one, clock's gonna stop, and you get a 15-yard gain.
That's exactly right. And Drew Davis did a good job identifying the change in coverage and taking a shot with his best player.
And that's heady quarterbacking for a 18-year-old, isn't it?
You say that, but he's also played in 45, 50 football games.
Yeah.
So he's almost like a freshman in college now.
In fact, Drew's going to enroll in college after Christmas.
Here it comes.
Oh, we got it wide open.
Drew tries to throw it away and does as Zadine Wilson had Drew wrapped up, and somehow Drew was able to get rid of that one and save a down 13 or save some yards. 13 seconds to go, 2nd and 10.
We have one timeout left. We drew up a very good man beater. Poot Collett broke his guy off. If we would have had a split second longer, I think we would have scored a touchdown.
Yeah, I do too.
So
go ahead, Justin.
We have one play for sure. Timeout, maybe kick a field goal. What are you thinking?
Slot.
2nd and 10. Drew drops back, pressured. He is hit as he threw. As Zadine Wilson, my goodness. I have been blown away by number 9 tonight for Marion. As we got a golf state champ making his way up underneath us. Paxton led the prayer at Lost Pizza Tuesday night. Guy doesn't miss. That's
an impressive young man.
Very much so. Key Harris Hill being attended to down at the goal line. The Marion safety went down across the way in coverage.
Saw the all golf team. Paxton ranked number 4 in the state.
4.
Number 4 on that all-star team.
How's he not number 1?
Well,
is he like 80 under par for the season?
Something like that.
Crazy good. So the Panthers have it 3rd and 10 at the Patriot 19, well within Gabe Wilbur's range. You do have a timeout left with 9.4 seconds. Snap back to Davis. Here comes the pressure. Good protection. Drew throws. And it's incomplete, intended for Will Carter. Now we'll see Gabe Wilbur try to knock through a field goal here in the first half.
Yeah, it seemed to be a little bit of confusion on the routes there, Justin, on the outside. And
well, they were playing man coverage. I think there was some hand fighting going on, and I agree with you, Terry. I think there was a little bit of confusion. They brought everybody. They didn't spare a man. They played cover 0 and brought the rest.
Tees down at the 26, 36-yard field goal attempt for Gabe Wilbur. Good snap and hold. It's blocked. Marion blocked the field goal. And the first half is going to expire. I thought a field goal was dead. So they did not blow it dead, and we've got a Panther injured. Complete unnecessary injury right there. As the play should have been blown dead the minute the field goal was blocked.
Can you see a number?
No, I can't.
You could see the Panthers calling for assistance immediately. That is Max Gist, number 80, one of our sophomores, down and injured. And man, that is just frustrating. That is completely unnecessary, Justin.
Yeah, it's like a focus on the white hat and the other officials. They should have known to blow it dead as soon as there was a block.
Is Max Gist being tended to, now being helped to his feet. And that is good to see as the teams go to the locker room at halftime. We are all tied at 14 tonight between the Benton Panthers and Marion Patriots on the Benton Football Network.
At First Security, we've been investing in our home state since 1932, growing deep roots and even deeper relationships. We're part of Arkansas. It's part of us. Today, we put all of that history and stability to good use for you, pouring our resources into the people and places we love best. Arkansas communities, Arkansas families, and Arkansas futures. First Security. Think better.
It's Friday, so Panther fans are thinking about our friends over at Riverside Grocery. Everyone knows about their catering that's good as grandma's, but their breakfast and lunch are becoming a Saline County tradition. Deer season's just around the corner, and Riverside's also your headquarters for feed and game processing. So whether you're gassing up or grabbing those essential tailgating supplies, Riverside Grocery has everything you need. Drop by Riverside and start your weekend right.
Elliott Electrical Incorporated is a proud supporter of Benton Panther football, owned and operated by proud residents of Saline County. Elliott Electrical Incorporated is licensed in 16 states and counting, specializing in new commercial electrical contracting. We bring decades of experience and dedication that has allowed us to serve many communities for over 40 years. Go Panthers!
True Gentleman and True Boutique are Saline County's premier shopping destinations. No matter the occasion, let us help you find your style. From the beach to the golf course, the office, or even a special night out, come check out our huge selection of merchandise. We even provide suit and tuxedo rentals. Located in downtown Benton in front of the Farmers Market Pavilion, it would be our pleasure to serve you. We are proud of our Benton Panthers and wish them luck this season. Go Panthers! Back, it's halftime tonight. Benton and Marion all tied at 14 in the regular season finale, a big 6A East Conference matchup. And we bring in the lineman's best friend, the mayor of Benton, Tom Farmer.
I know, but them linemen are not blocking that right side right now tonight. You know, they're blitzing back there, and they're getting through, and it's hurting us.
Do we need to let you go and go in the indoor and do a little coaching?
You know, back in my day, it was okay to chew on them. I don't know how they would take that today. But, you know, back then we could get their attention a little better probably.
Yeah, I remember back in the day, you could get fiery down there on the sideline, couldn't you?
We could. And I tell you what, some of the linemen are doing a great job, and we got some that are 1/2 of a step too slow.
Is that because they're 1/2 step too slow, or Marion's 1/2 step too fast? Because this is an extremely athletic team.
They are a great athletic team on both sides of the ball. I mean, they're coming across that line, and they're a step ahead of us. So you're right. They got some great athletes, and we're just 1/2 step too slow.
Yeah.
You know, so the only way you can combat is back up off the line a little bit to gain a little bit of step.
Get an advantage.
Yes. Keep your head up.
Yeah. So let's talk about a couple of things going on in the city. And we have been promoting the Hometown Hero banner. And I know Matt has told me there's been a great reception to that. Talk about how maybe that whole idea came to be.
Well, you know, we've reinstated Benton Matters, and it's a group of people that really puts out effort to make Benton beautiful and do things to improve our way Benton looks as you come in, because first impressions are so important. And with Veteran Day coming up, we wanted to put Hometown Heroes up. So we've been selling those banners. They're 2 foot long and about 18 inches wide, with the picture of a veteran and the name of the veteran and Benton Matters at the bottom, and we got 38 of them sold. We have 60 of those poles around town that we can put them on, so we still got time to get them up. We'll start putting them up Monday and have them up in time for Veterans Day on the 11th.
Awesome.
You know, Veterans Luncheon is 11:30, and talking to Gary James with the Chamber, they've got 300 RSVPs for the Veterans Luncheon.
Outstanding.
So, you know, can't thank those guys enough, those men and women that sacrifice for the rights we have every day.
And Veterans Day, of course, is next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday, and, you know, we got a special celebration and over at Bauxite to kick off the 250th anniversary of the United States of America. And so at 9:30 at Bauxite, there'll be a special celebration, and want to invite everyone to that. Want to invite everyone to the luncheon at 11:30 at the Event Center. Whether you reserved a spot or not, come on out. We'll have plenty of stuff for everyone, but I think Gary said there's over 100 veterans that'll be there.
Wow. And is that Monday or Tuesday?
That's Monday was for the luncheon, and Tuesday for the Bauxite thing.
Correct.
And then we'll start putting the banners up, and if you hadn't got your banner, contact Matt Tebow. or come to the luncheon. He's gonna be there to display some of the banners and sell them there, so we can fill up all 60, and they'll go up for a year, and then we'll give them to the families that purchased them.
That is outstanding. I love that.
I think it's a great idea. I saw it one time. I was in Pennsylvania visiting my aunt, and I saw them, and I thought, my gosh, someday I want to do that.
Yeah.
And so it came to truth, and we're doing it, and so I'm so really excited about that. After that, we'll start with Christmas banners and go from there. And if you notice, the lights downtown right now are Thanksgiving lights. At least that's what the theme says. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what the theme says. So we got a lot of exciting things happening.
Are y'all settled in at the new City Hall?
We are settled in at the new City Hall. If you hadn't been out there, please come by and visit us. The old West Side School has turned into a great City Hall for us. We are occupying the top 2 floors, and then the Game and Fish is occupying the bottom floor. So the whole building's being utilized right now. Got a council chambers that'll seat 180, which is double what we had before. We got a lot of space for growth and advancement, so it's been a great thing for us. Brian Black designed it for us, and Moser built it for us, and they've done an outstanding job.
Yeah, of course, Brian Black, one of our great sponsors. Black, Corley, Owens, and Hughes.
He does a great job, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And, we're renovating the old City Hall and making it a police station. He designed that. We're building an animal shelter. He designed that. So he's right in the middle of everything we're doing. Of course, he graduated from Benton. I actually had a chance to have him in school back in the day. And, and he tells a story, and I don't know if it's true or not, that it's a rumor right now that he could have gotten a paddling back in the day. I don't know that that's true or not. I don't remember it.
I think it's very believable. Very believable. So what else is going on that has you excited?
I'll tell you what's got me excited in development of the 17 acres. We got Buc-ee's coming to town. Everyone knows about that, but we've also got 17 acres that John Reese is developing right below the Encore Hospital. It's going to be very similar to the Promenade. It's going to have some fine established eating places, a jewelry store, some shopping, some offices, a hotel. A little bit of everything's going to cover that. So that's pretty exciting. We've got an indoor 18-lane shooting range right behind Popeyes going in. We got David's Burgers coming. We got Wright's Barbecue coming. They're supposed to announce a groundbreaking sometime in the next 2 or 3 weeks. They're supposed to announce a groundbreaking, and so they're very excited about that. Matter of fact, they're looking for a manager, and they told me they like to hire old coaches. And I said, well, I'm an old coach myself. And they said, no, you don't qualify. That's it is what it is.
Justin Ray.
Yeah, Justin Ray, if he's looking for a job. So I just found that interesting that they said they like to hire coaches. And I asked them why, and they said because coaches have a relationship with people, and that's what we want to build on is relationships.
Yeah.
And hey, the exit right there, we're moving back about 3 miles, so it's going to make that particular spot a lot safer and easier to get to. You see them already working on that construction project right now. So there's just a lot of stuff going on right now, a lot of stuff in the making that we hope comes to truth, and we'll know more as the time goes on.
Yeah, the economic progress is impossible to miss.
Yes.
But the neighbor-to-neighbor service of citizens to citizens, especially this week, Mayor, when you think about the SNAP crisis, how CJON responded this week, how nonprofits responded, how churches responded. Yes. In a real crisis time for people lacking food, I don't think you as a mayor could have been more grateful for the way the city stepped up.
Proud, because, we say Benton is home, whether you live here or visit, it's home. And home is where you help your fellow man. And they did that this week. They stepped up. I was told that all the food closets in the city doubled the amount of people they served this past week, doubled. which is unbelievable. And they're getting ready to do that every time until the SNAP program comes back. So that's pretty amazing. I had the opportunity to go down to see John, and for 30 minutes, I had 30 minutes spare that day and got to hand out boxes and stuff, and that was exciting. And the traffic was wrapped all the way around to the dollar store back there, and it was just amazing the number of people that were coming through there.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm proud to be in a community that cares for one another, that loves each other like we're taught to do.
Yeah, and when you think about that, you know, before I came tonight, I was over at Eastside Baptist Church for Billy Broadway's visitation. And one of the finest, most upbeat people in our community, walking down Military, waving at people, sitting at Sonic, waving at people, always smiling.
Yes.
We got to throw a surprise birthday party for him at the Warming Center. And, unfortunately, he passed away, but, you know, just a real treasure in our city.
You know, he was just such a positive human being in our city because he always had something good to say. He always had a smile to offer you. And if you needed something, he was going to find some way to get it for you.
Yeah.
And so, you know, and I planned on going to that, but I had the privilege of driving a school bus today. They were a little short-handed, so I got to drive a bus. And somewhere in the operations, I lost my glasses. Oh, no. So I got home and I told my wife, I said, I don't know where those glasses are. Went back to the school and looked all over the bus and found them in a little bitty hole right beside the driver's seat. So I guess they fell out when I was doing the pre-trip inspection. And just proud I fell them. So I didn't quite make it to the funeral, but I'm glad I found my glasses.
Terry, I'm impressed. We have a mayor that just admitted he drove a school bus today without his glasses on.
Yeah. Well, you know, I don't have to have them to see anything but my phone.
Okay.
And I can't see my phone without them, but everything else I can see, you know. And that's one thing. That's just another way we can serve our people is, you know, to help out wherever you can, whether you're carrying boxes to love on someone, whether you're driving a bus to help get kids home. It doesn't matter. It's about loving people. And that's what this community is known for. That's the reason it's called home.
Yeah, and that's why I love you being our leader, because serving at C. John is not a photo op. Driving a bus is not a photo op. It's an opportunity to serve that is just a part of who you are.
It's an opportunity to show a little love to someone that needs it at the time.
Yeah.
You know, and that last young man that got ready to get off, and I was in the 8th grade today, and I said, son, am I on the right road? He said, I don't know. I said, well, okay, that's good. We're making progress here. And I said, I'm going to turn around because I think that was the road we're supposed to go down. And so we go on down. He said, I don't think this is it. And I go, well, I think it's it. And so we go a little farther, and he goes, hey, I think that's my mom right there. And I said, well, what a great day. We've got you back where you need to be. And so, you know, it's always a blessing to get those things around because he had a smile on his face.
Yeah.
I don't know who was more worried, me or him.
Mayor, you are a treasure, and we appreciate you for the blessing of driving a bus, the blessing of leading our city. Now go down there and pump up that offensive line.
You know what? Y'all been giving some loving to that offensive line, and they need it, and they deserve it. You know, I've always been partial to the linemen, but tonight they might need a little bit more than loving.
Okay. There you go. Benton Mayor Tom Farmer, and we appreciate the support of the city in making our broadcast possible. So thank you. We're going to take a break, come back, and Justin and Terry will have their thoughts on the first half and what Benton needs to do in the second half to win this ball game. All tied up 14-14, Panthers and Patriots.
So as a kid growing up in Benton, I dreamed of being a football player for the Panthers. And once I got into high school, I got to live out that dream. And the support every Friday night from the community here in this place is really, really special. Now that I'm a mortgage lender, it is my turn to support you. If you are looking to buy a home or refinance a loan, come see us at Neo Home Loans in downtown Benton.
Tonight's game is fueled by Lane's Chicken Fingers, your local spot for crispy hand-breaded chicken, house-made sauces, and hand-spun milkshakes. Lane's has been serving up finger-licking greatness since 1994 and is now proud to call Benton home. Whether you're celebrating a win or feeding the team, Lanes is just around the corner. Visit us today at 2110 Highway 5 North, right behind Kroger in Benton.
For more than 30 years, Truman Ball Real Estate has proudly served Saline County, helping neighbors buy and sell homes while treating every client like family. Scott and his team at Truman Ball love Benton Panther football and would be honored to be on your team too. Truman Ball Real Estate, where clients become family.
Congo Fireplace and Patio has been Benton's go-to place for all your hearth needs since 1920. Stop by now and see over 20 live burning displays. With the South's largest selection of gas logs, gas inserts, and wood-burning stoves, Congo has what you need to heat your home this winter. Get any accessory you need for your fireplace and stove in one place. Plus, see the largest selection of pellet stoves. With over 90 years of combined sales and service, there's no other place to shop.
You know, in the first half, Josh Monson brought up that hog mollies was a word invented in Tampa Bay. And it got me thinking about John McKay. You remember the original coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? His famous quote at the end of a game when they lost, which historically, except for the Tony Dungy era, has been Tampa Bay football. Right. John McKay said, well, we didn't block well today, and we made up for it by not tackling well either. And I've always enjoyed.
I absolutely loved that quote.
Yes. So with that, I'm going to hand it off to you guys to break down the first half stats.
Well, welcome back to the Hamilton Family Dentistry halftime report with about 2 minutes to go at halftime with the Benton Panthers and the Marion Patriots locked up, Justin, at 14. And, you know, just looking at the stats, it's easy to understand locked up. Total yards, there's about 60 yards between them and about 4 first downs between them. It's been a pretty tight first half.
Yeah, it's a very tight first half, a lot tighter than I anticipated this game being, to be quite honest. The stat that stands out to me more than any of the other ones, it's not first downs, it's not yards per attempt. It's, Drew Davis has 8 rushing attempts for minus 13 yards with a minus 1.6 yards per carry. A lot of that is because he's gotten pressure in the passing game. This is a guy that individually is our leading rusher on the year.
Yeah.
And so that stat stands out to me more so than any of the other ones. If you can't run the football effectively, or you can't pass, if you can't protect the quarterback to pass the football, it's gonna make for a very long night, and hopefully we can get that corrected.
Well, Drew 9 of 16 for 174 yards in that first half, and Marion. We told you that Marion weren't gonna throw the ball very much. They threw the ball a lot more than I anticipated. 5 of 12 for only 65 yards, but Justin, that's because they missed some wide open receivers deep on several different plays.
I think there was 3 or 4 that they got behind us and touched their fingertips. It's 65 yards and they had 1 45-yarder. So they have, 20 yards outside of that one completion, but they are a fraction of an inch away from possibly having 200 yards and a couple touchdowns. So hopefully our defense will do as good of a job, or their quarterback does as bad of a job of overthrowing their
to paraphrase.
Yep.
Yeah, the Patriots 82 yards rushing and 65 passing. The Panthers just the opposite. 41 yards rushing and 174 passing. But, a lot of that, just as you pointed out, came on those blitzes where they caught Drew Davis and dropped him either for a loss or caused a huge sack. And we had one that was about 20 yards.
Yes, and that can't happen. Every time we've taken a sack, we've been in scoring positions, and it's been on a very critical down in our drive. We're going to have to figure out either how to get the ball out of his hand a little bit quicker, maybe throw some tunnel screens. And I really like the rhythm of it looks like Coach Harris is walking away. I really like the rhythm of our run game on some of the drives when we're running downhill. I think we have Mr. Monson.
Josh is in hot pursuit. All right, we got Josh Monson with Brad Harris.
Hey, Coach. So, look, kind of a up and down half here, right? But we're sitting here at 14-14. Kind of, what are your thoughts and what to the guys out there?
Very up and down half. You know, we haven't played off each other very well. Haven't put a lot of good series together, offense and defense. Not playing complementary football. We played well the first 2 series on defense, and then we let up. They went and scored offensively. Then we had a couple of turnovers in there. Just not playing clean. You know, we talked about how athletic they were. We've told the guys they're finding out right now that Marion's a very athletic football team. The disappointing thing was right here at the end of the half, we felt like we needed to get points right there. Didn't get the touchdown, then we get one block. Don't take care of business there. But the great thing is we got the second half, ball coming out second half. Hopefully we can get a good drive going right here, take a lead, see how they react to being down in the second half.
Sounds good, Coach. Well, hey, good luck. There you have it, guys.
Josh, another John McKay quote for you. When he was asked at a press conference about his team's execution, he said, "I'm all in favor of it."
That's right. That would be our ex-LSU coach down there, wasn't it? I think he said something similar. If you're not referring to that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he came off the field and said, "I think they all should be executed tonight."
Hey, give me your thoughts for the second half.
Well, you know, we're down here talking. I like a lot of stuff that Coach Ray's saying. I think we've got to do some stuff that's quick. Some screens would be nice. And, yeah, you know, I think you got to start calling out number 9 like you see the college and the NFL doing, calling out like a Mike linebacker. You know, where's he at? And I'd love to see Drew get a friend back there to help out, you know, little running back blanket to maybe, you know, shore up some of that blocking.
Is that something you think, Justin, get an extra blocker in there?
No, I think so. I think the running back can be that sixth guy. You know, we have some protections that are built in to where he can take care of number 9. They may have made that adjustment coming out of halftime to where they are trying to find, hey, let's call the protection and slide everybody to wherever 9 is. But that's only going to help so much. The biggest problem that I'm seeing is whenever they're bringing pressure, with the exception of maybe 2 or 3 times where they collapsed the A and B gap, they're bringing more than we can block. If we have a 5-man protection, they're bringing 6. If we have a 6-man protection, they're bringing 7. And the only way to combat that is to get the ball out of our hand very quick with tunnels or quick game. And if they're doing a great job on the defensive side and the back half, it makes it hard. It makes it very hard. That's the recipe Bryant wins with, right there. You know, creating chaos in the backfield and on the front line and forcing you to be one-dimensional.
Well, to an extent, it's the formula that we win with.
That's right.
On our defense, that has been one of the hallmarks since Coach Harris got here as a defensive coach, is the pressure that we cause on the backfield.
That's exactly right, and it's kind of being done to us, and we haven't handled it very well in the first half. But I know these guys and this coaching staff extremely well. They're high-level guys. We have some high-level players with great football IQ, and I think we're gonna find out exactly what our adjustments are right now.
As Marion kicks off to start the second half, Cordy Anderson fields it on a hop and is going to return it over the 30 down near the 35, and that's where Benton will have it to open the second half, all tied at 14. Hey, guys, Sylvan Hills and Catholic 22-15. The Rockets hanging in there. El Dorado leads Sheridan 28-8. Greenwood up 21-0 on Mountain Home at halftime. And Bryant and Conway tied at 14 in that big game up in, 21-14. Who's ahead, Aaron? Conway up 21-14 early in the second half. So Benton will have it first down and 10 at the 34 to open the second half as That orbit motion out of Poot. Brendan Murdoch carries. He's got running room. Brendan to midfield, first down, 16 yards for the junior.
The vision that he runs the ball with, you can tell he's played running back his entire life. Yeah. And he hits it a little bit different. I love how he presses the line of scrimmage, lets the offensive line work, and then he makes that one great cut.
Panthers hurry to the line, give it to Brendan again, and this time he is tackled. Anybody want to guess by who?
There's that bad man again.
Oh.
Zadine Wilson having a career tonight.
Second down and 9 after the 1-yard gain. Benton has it in Marion territory at the 49.
I like it.
There you go. Little Nate Beck action gets Marion to jump offside, and it'll be 2nd and 4.
Anything we can do to slow those guys down. I think their timing kind of drew snap count, the rhythm of everything, and now we can kind of throw them off. Now they don't have any other choice but to be disciplined and watch the football.
Third quarter brought to you by Jones Heat and Air. I think it's supposed to be 22 degrees Sunday morning. So
bring it on.
The furnaces will be firing up this weekend. So Will Carter comes in motion to the near side. Drew looking that way, throws to Will, makes a catch, stops, reverses his direction, and he's going to be out of bounds at the 30. That's 14 yards, Davis to Carter, in a first down.
Boy, what awareness that he has right there of knowing where the defender is, stopping his drift, and then cutting back the other way to get another, 7-8 yards on that play.
Guys, and they're playing zone around that, so they're trying to lock and take him away, kind of like a box and one in basketball.
First down, Drew rolling to the right, looking downfield, throwing, has a man open, sliding catch by JCB down in the red zone at the 17, and the Panther offense clicking out of the halftime break.
Absolutely, yeah, that was great. I want to give a shout out real quick to John Curtis Barker. He scored a 32 on his ACT and got his scores in last week. And from what I understand, once he got the scoring, he left that laptop open on his desk all day.
Drew to the end zone, right through the hands of Will Carter, incomplete as Key Harris Hill in coverage for Marion.
Boy, that was a pretty ball. That ball was right there, and I'm shocked that Will Carter didn't catch that for a touchdown. It must have got tipped on the far side of the field, and I didn't see it.
Yeah, usually when those two guys are trying to connect, it's a completion.
Panthers with trips to the near side. As Drew Davis gets them to jump off sides. Chris Bird, the guilty party for Marion. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Taking their aggression away. You know, that's one thing that they have that has really settled them in defensively and, you know, helped them create chaos at the line of scrimmage. And the more we can take that away, the simpler it's going to be for our offensive line.
So following the penalty, 2nd and 5 at the 12. Drew throws just wide of Poot in the end zone. Diving effort. Incomplete, and it'll be 3rd and 5.
Well, listen, that was a good defensive play. They had him covered up in double coverage, and I'm kind of glad he did throw it a little bit outside because that coverage was tight.
Yeah, it would have had to been a perfect throw, but our offensive line did a great job that time to give him enough time to throw the football. They brought 6 against 6, and they did good enough for us to win.
3rd down and 5.
Give it to him. I love it.
Set up the screen to Murdoch. Murdoch is going to be tackled at the 9-yard line by Kay Harris Hill. And it is going to be 4th down and 2 Panthers.
I love the decision to go for it. Looks like we're bringing in, what did they call it? What's the package name? Midnight.
Yeah, I heard Josh click on his microphone there. He was going to chime in.
I was going to help you out. Little midnight action here.
That's Carson Conyers as the sniffer.
It looks like there's a bubble right there as well. It's going to pop.
Run all the way. Good block by Monson. First down, Drew Davis down to the 3-yard line. 1st and goal.
Let's reload it and do it again.
Yeah. If it isn't broke, don't fix it.
I love the decision to go for it right there. Let's be aggressive. Let's go put 7 on the scoreboard.
Running behind Conyers and Monson. Benton to the line of scrimmage. Barger, the tight end, to the near side. Davis going to keep. Touchdown, Drew Davis, 3 yards. As again, Conyers and Monson springing to the end zone. Drew's second rushing touchdown of the night, and the Panthers go up 20-14.
Yeah, Conyers did a great job of caving the defensive end down. Monson led the way, and Drew was able to just bounce outside that didn't have an extra run fit for him. So I really like that package. It doesn't seem like they're lining up to it and adjusting to it very well.
Right snap, Snellings holds. Gabe Wilbur kicks it to Corky's backyard, and Panthers go up 21-14 with 9:35 to go in the third quarter. All tied at Conway. Bryant 21, Conway 21. Want to say hello to the watch party in Conway Street. Got Bud McClain, Darren Adams, and Rob Winters and crew watching tonight.
What a great job on that last touchdown of Weston Monson sealing that end.
Yes, both of them. Yeah, Conyers did a great job of sealing the end, and then the scraping linebacker Monson capped, and we were able to just walk in the end zone. We had one extra gap that they couldn't account for, and if they continue to line up in that, when we present that formation, if they continue to line up in that, defensive alignment, they don't have anybody for the C and D gap.
Is Wilbur going to kick off? Panthers lead at 21-14 early in the third quarter. Wilbur's kick going to be fielded at the 2-yard line, and returning up the hash is Jeremiah Dent. Boy, that football got away from his body. Down making the tackle is Logan Hipskin. Your Edward Jones agent Caitlin King drive summary: 9 plays, 66 yards, and 225. No sacks, no pressure on Drew Davis, and some good running by Brendan Murdoch there, Justin.
Absolutely, that's what we needed. That's what this Panther team needed to start this second half. Kind of interject some rhythm, interject some confidence in this defense. It would be phenomenal if we go shut them out and try to get a 2-possession lead right here early in the third quarter.
Zayden Walker's gone all the way for Marion at quarterback. He stands at his own 20-yard line to take the snap. Hands off to Rico Ward coming near side, and Ward is just going to curtsy out of bounds at the 32, a gain of 7.
Well, that was a great job by Walter Tucker, the 315-pound junior that time, of sealing that in and giving him room to run.
Yeah, I think he got engulfed Connor Stevens, 175 pounds.
It's a handoff to Ward. Antonio Shelton was waiting on him in the hole. A flag flies, and we'll see what the penalty is, as the play went for lost yardage back to the 29. So referees visit. Brad Harris getting an explanation on the sideline. I believe the penalty's against Marion, a false start. And Brad declines it, so it'll be 3rd down and 6 following the lost yardage of 3. How many tackles you got Antonio for, Terry?
9.
3rd down and 6. Is Walker rolling to the left. He throws, and boy, nice catch for Jeremy Dent as Trey Stewart had him blanketed.
We just got away with it. I think when he caught the football, that should have been a first down. Forward progress took him across the 35-yard line.
And they're marking it back at the 33. Lance Clark is going ballistic on the other side.
I would be too.
Yeah.
Well, the question is, where did he have possession? And he had possession about right there.
I'm going to tell you something. These referees are not expending a lot of energy.
No, they're not.
They just kind of stand in one place and call it. Now they're going to give them forward progress to the 36 and move. Actually, the 37 and move the chains.
You don't see that happen very often. I want to know what he said to persuade him to change his mind.
Well, they heard you. You bailed them out. I blame Justin.
It's a handoff to Rico Ward, and my word, the Panther defense was waiting on him. Monson and Mattia back there.
Yes. Bringing the noise.
I think it's imperative that we, anytime we start, with a fresh set of chains, to get them in negative right there. This offense is not built to overcome that. Hopefully, let's knock on wood. Terry, hopefully I didn't jinx us.
Woodard and Beard dig in. Mattia and Connor Stevens, the ends. On 2nd and 12, Walker drops back. Here comes the pressure. He's turning circles as the Panthers pursue, and now he just flips it.
That should be intentional grounding. The ball did not get to the line of scrimmage.
As the referees are going to chat. And they're going to say it did get back to the line of scrimmage, Justin. So they're going to say incomplete, 3rd and 12.
They said it did make it back to the line of scrimmage. He didn't.
It doesn't look like it's.
Not only is he listening to you, he didn't agree with you.
I'm over 3.
They don't agree with me very much either.
3rd down and 12, Patriots at their own 35. Walker going to air it out, and Cordell, the intended receiver, makes the pick. He's bringing it back at the 30, up the middle of the field, gets a block, over midfield, into Patriot territory, all the way down to the 37-yard line. Cordell with his 7th interception of the season. In the second half of the year, he's been the interception machine.
Yeah, I think it's 7 and 4. Is that right?
7 and 5.
In 5 games.
I don't know if y'all saw this block, but keep your eye on the ball. He plays it like a center fielder. Now watch this block by Messiah Holloway. Boy, lowers the boom. Kept the defender in front of him, and
I think that's Wren. It's back down again. It's the second time he's been down.
Yeah, across the way at the Marion or the Panther 20-yard line. Monty Wren being checked on. As Cordell returned that one to the 37. So can I give you a little gas and go story?
I would love it.
Wednesday morning, I went to gas and go, Terry. Who comes in at 7:15 a.m.? Cordell Payne and Pook Collett. Guess what they're both getting at 7:15 on their way to school?
What?
Red Bulls.
What? I was going to say Mountain Dew.
I was afraid you were going to say that.
I mean, energy drinks.
Well, I know they're not allowed to have them at school, so.
Well, Drew told me Poot has an energy drink in his hand before school starts every morning.
Well, he's throwing it away before he gets in the hallways. I can assure you that. So
my
it's kind of dangerous.
My buddy that lives in Arlington, Virginia, or Alexandria, Virginia, who listens to us occasionally on Friday nights, Rob Engstrom, he calls it war juice.
War juice. So 1st and 10 Panthers at the Patriot 37. Benton leads 21-14. Empty gun for Drew Davis. Scrambling to his right. He's being pressured by Bazemore. Throws. Catch made downfield. And coming up with that one for the Panthers, Gunnar Deaton, the running back, with the catch.
What an amazing play by the quarterback. What an amazing throw by the quarterback. And what an amazing catch by Gunnar Deaton.
24 yards, Davis to Deaton as Bazemore was breathing down Drew Davis's back. It's 1st and 10 Panthers at the Patriot 13. Drew lobs it up for Poot. And absolutely.
Yeah.
As Colonel Farmer and the ROTC were pointing that one out down there. 2 flags, pass interference coming up against Marion.
Well, let's just be glad that the entire stands didn't have flags, or otherwise we'd have a new school color.
As the half the distance penalty will move it down to the 6-yard line, and it'll be 1st and goal Panthers, leading 21-14, trying to go up 2 scores. Deaton in the sidecar to Davis's right. Now bring Carter in motion to the near side. Drew throws, and that one picked off. That is going to be a pick 6 on Drew. Not giving up on the play as Brian Benford picks it off and returns it all the way to the Benton 30. And just when it looked like Benton was going to go up 2 scores, Justin, momentum shifts to Marion.
It does, but I want to point out the heart and effort of Drew Davis. He made a mistake. Most kids, when they make this kind of mistake, they give up, and he just made a tackle, ran down probably one of their better football players, and formed him up, and now they have to go score. So that may have been a touchdown-saving, momentum-saving play right there by the senior.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I thought for the life of me it was a pick 6 when he caught it.
Me too.
I did too.
I mean, he caught it with a full head of steam running.
Yeah. The senior cornerback for Marion with the interception. The senior quarterback for Benton with the touchdown-saving tackle. And Rico Ward is tackled by Corey Anderson, who's having a nice game on defense, guys.
Yeah, Corey Anderson is having a good game on defense. He's got good coverages. He's made some smart moves on special teams, and he's playing really good defense.
No gain on the play. 2nd down and 10. Marion at the Benton 31. 6:50 to go in the 3rd quarter. Benton leads 21-14. Under center goes Walker. Fakes. Pressured by Noah Robertson. Walker reverses and throws through the hands of his intended receiver. That time he tried to get it to Cameron Riley, incomplete. It's 3rd and 10.
It looked like they were trying to sprint away, throwback kind of trickery play, and we did a great job staying with our man and having great eye discipline on the receiver that we were supposed to be guarding. A lot of the time, they'll get lost. If a guy in man coverage sees the quarterback sprinting his way and the receiver's going opposite, sometimes their eyes get caught in the backfield, and we didn't that time.
So Marion breaks the huddle, comes to the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers to the near side, single receiver far side, 2 men in the backfield. A reverse as they flip it to Riley, and the Panthers read that one well. Logan Hipskind wrapped him up, and that's going to go for no gain. It's 4th and 10.
What a big play by Logan Hipskind, who's also having a good game with 4 tackles so far, and that's a huge one right there.
Even if Hipskind wouldn't have made the tackle, he did textbook job of turning everything back inside.
That's right.
If he would have got sucked in and that guy would have got the edge, it would have been a big play for them.
And how about the pursuit that time? We talked about not a lot of pursuit in the first half. There were 5 Panthers in on that gang tackle. 4th down and 10, Marion at the Benton 31. PDC trying to get a stop. Walker drops back. He's going to scramble. He's going to keep, and he is going to be stopped short of the 1st down.
I don't know.
At the 22-yard line. As the Panthers celebrate coming off, Brad Harris high-fiving his defense.
I don't know. That's
they're gonna call for the sticks. Josh, where are you? Do you have an eye on that?
I'm on the other side here, but I'm going to come down there and get it for us.
So Josh is jogging to the south end of the field to eyeball it for us. Boy, it looks from here for all the world like he's short to me.
It looked like when the official was spotting the ball, he kept veering towards the 1st down line. I'm really hoping this is short because I think that was a bad spot.
And Josh Monson is right on it. The drama of the chains. Oh, well short.
We got the ball.
Well short. So that's a big stop by the PDC. And I want to go back to Drew Davis's touchdown-saving tackle.
Oh, yeah.
That allowed the PDC to make that stop.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was a huge tackle, and I just want to make sure that's noted on Terry's tackling chart because that should give me a point for my pick to play.
Hey, you know what? We're going to put him down right now.
Because that was a huge tackle. Probably the greatest effort play of the night so far.
As a matter of fact, instead of a 1 for a tackle, I'm just going to put an exclamation mark.
Like it. So Panthers go empty gun. Now bring Poot in motion. Flip it to him on the jet sweep.
There's that speed.
Yeah, it's Key Harris Hill hit him out of bounds. Had 15 onto it.
Looked like we had a little overload set, unbalanced on that side, and caught him a little off guard. Poot, man, he looks like he's starting to get his legs back.
Yes.
He's running with confidence. You could tell on that play he was the fastest man on the field.
And frustration on the Marion sideline as Key Harris Hill hit with a 15-yard personal foul penalty.
Well, I mean, I can understand where that would be frustrating to him, but you can't hit him out of bounds. And that was a clear penalty.
Going to move it to the 45-yard line. Poot picked up 8, add 15 onto it. It's first down Benton at the Panther 45. Bryant has gone ahead of Conway 28-21. Greenwood 28, Mountain Home 10. It's Drew going to throw it to Will Carter. Carter going to pick up 2 yards. Is able to fight off the block and make the tackle for Marion was Colton Kimball.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a good defensive play. It's well executed by the Panthers, but also well executed by that Patriot defense.
Yeah, and again, that looks like a really bad play, but we got +2 on it, right? So now it's 2nd and 8 in 4-down territory.
So Panthers go bunch, hand it off to Brendan Murdoch, and that time Ryan Blackwell, Chris Bird, and Zadine Wilson combine on the tackle. No gain, 3rd and 8.
Yeah, there was no place to run on that one. And now you're going to see that defense pin its ears back. This might be that time, that tunnel screen that you're talking about. This might be the time for one of those plays because I fully expect that defense to bring the noise.
Looks like they're back in a 1 high safety look. I don't know if it's cover 1 or cover 3 yet. Looks like it's going to be cover 1.
So what would you like to see here, Justin?
I would like to see some pre-snap motion. Maybe get the running back out on a route. See how they're going to adjust to it. I don't want to see our quarterback hold the football for more than 2 seconds.
Something quick. So there's the motion from Carter. Hill follows him. Carter, throw, catch made, and Will has the first down to the Marion 40-yard line, a gain of 13.
Great play call, move in the pocket, eliminating any kind of pass rush, shortening the throw, changing the angle of the throw to your bell cow quarterback to your best wide receiver. Absolutely love the call and the design.
So 1st and 10 Panthers at the Patriot 40. Drew Davis hands off to Brendan Murdoch, and that time Marion overpopulated the center of the line, and Murdoch gets 1 yard at 2nd and 9.
I like the call, though. I like them keeping them honest, making them have to not only, try to rush up the field, but be gap sound and gap responsible up front.
Sam Harris, the center, going to snap it back to Drew Davis. As Panthers look to the sideline for the play signaled in by offensive coordinator Drew Harris. Clock under 4 minutes in the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 9 as Drew pressured. He throws this one low. Poot pulled it off the ground, and Poot runs away from Marion.
We got a penalty.
We've got a penalty back at the 42. If the play stands, it's a touchdown. It looked for all the world like that ball was going to hit the turf, but a hold is going to wipe it out and bring it back.
I'm very encouraged by Poot. We haven't seen him explode like he's exploding right now. I think with the weather cooling off, he's finally getting 100% healthy. He's playing with more confidence than I've seen him play with all year, and we're going to need that confidence and that speed going into the playoffs.
Is Poot going to get a breather? Cordy Anderson's going to check in for him. So it's 2nd down and 19 following the holding penalty against Benton at the 49. Drew Davis gives it off to Brendan Murdoch, running strong down to the 41, and that's going to leave Benton with 3rd and 11.
Boy, that's a big run right there. Gets us back to a very workable 3rd and 11.
We ran a play earlier in the game against their cover 3, which it looks like they're going to be in again, where we sprinted out and Will Carter was able to kind of find the void. Let's see if we do something like that again.
So 3rd down and 11 Panthers at the 41-yard line. Drew rolling to the left, looking downfield, throwing on the run, catch by Easton Snellings, and he is thumped out of bounds by Zadine Wilson and a flag.
Looks like there's 2 flags on the play. One might be lineman downfield potentially, and the other one was a late hit, I believe, Jim.
The other one was a late hit out of bounds. There's no doubt about that, but
so a flag at the 38, one on the Benton sideline at the 27. And we're about to get, thought we were going to get an explanation, but now we're going to get an official visitation at the 37.
Do we have time to replay that? See if we can figure out what. Yeah, it's possible lineman downfield. We'll see.
So they marked off 5 against the Panthers. Now they're going to mark off 15. This is one of those where.
Did they do that right?
No. They did. They marked, first of all,
they marked off 5 against Benton and then 10 against.
That's exactly right.
Marion. That should have been a 15-yard mark off. It should be at the 31.
Looks like Coach Harris is asking for an explanation right now.
So 3rd and 6 after all that. Panthers at the Marion 36. As the formation is empty. 5 receiver set. Barger, Carter, and Poot to the wide side of the field. Murdoch and Snellings to the short side. Going to throw short side wide of Easton, incomplete, and it's 4th down.
Looks like we're keeping the offense on the field, going to go for it. I like the decision. Let's stay aggressive. We're kind of outside Wilbur's territory, kind of too short of a field to make sense punting the football. So,
yeah, that'd be a 55-yarder from there. That's asking a lot,
especially after they blocked one in the first half.
So 4th down and 6 Benton at the Patriot 36. As Drew gets protection from Murdoch, looking downfield, throwing for Barger. It's incomplete. It looked like, to me, Colton Kimball might have got there a little quick, but I do not see a flag. The Marion defense is staying on the field. Josh, there's a flag?
There is a flag. He got there early.
I do see it now at the 26. And a pass interference against Marion will give Benton a first down.
That was much needed.
You see as Drew rolls out right here, and what Jim's talking about is he had that left arm wrapped, and that was the contact. You'll see it just as they come into screen.
So move it down to the 21. First down and 10 Panthers. They pick up the first down via penalty as Colton Kimball hit with a pass interference. Marion players are objecting out on the field. And this is one of those times where their opinion doesn't matter.
Just like ours haven't in the past.
Exactly. First down, Drew Davis throwing for the end zone for Will Carter. Back of the end zone, touchdown! Right in front of the ROTC. Will hauls it in. And he celebrates with Easton with JCB. Flag at the 20. Oh, man, are we going to get another touchdown called back? We
like
are. Hey. What did we have? 3 of these at West Memphis last week, guys?
What I'm going to tell you, you ought to research YouTube for Dabo Sweeney's comments
I heard it.
on officiating.
I heard it.
And it
Is this
was
recent?
Yeah, it was
This
recent.
week?
And it was very enlightening. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but you ought to go back and look at it.
So hold against Benton wipes out the touchdown. It's 1st and 20.
Man, we had a play set up.
And the pressure able to get to Drew Davis and deflect the pass incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 20 for the Panthers with 2:01 to go in the third quarter. Benton leading 21-14.
Yeah, that was just great defensive play. They crashed that left side and got their hands up, which, Justin, I know you guys coach all the time, especially for defensive linemen, to get their hands up. And they did that time, got the deflection, or otherwise that probably was a big play for Benton.
Yes, it was. Yeah, we had a 3v1 situation that would have happened in the flats. The offensive line, they need to do a better job of engaging their core to keep their hands down. I like it.
Set up the screen
Let's
to Murdoch. He gets a block from Pilk, and Murdoch is going to be down inside the 20-yard line. Ball came loose, but they say Murdoch was down. Good call. Just inside the 20, and it's going to be 3rd down and call it 8.
Those are my favorite plays in football. Any form of screen play, I think it's just taking candy from a baby.
Well, you saw Collett really selling it.
Yes.
So you knew there was an Oscar going to be somewhere.
3rd down and 8. Trips to the near side. Drew looking that way. Throwing underneath to Will Carter. And that is a very delayed call that is going to be a false start against Benton. And frustration mounting on the Panther offense. That's 2 touchdowns that have been wiped off the board by penalty on this possession.
It looks like they're probably going to get us for illegal shift or illegal motion, but we corrected ourselves.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a horrible call. Poot, we did have a 2-man shift motion. They stopped, they reset, and we were still for a solid 1,001 count before the ball was snapped.
Yep.
And that's the 3rd touchdown on this drive.
That's poor officiating.
3rd down and 13 is Drew throwing for Will Carter. What a catch by Will! Unbelievable catch by Will Carter at the 1-yard line. That is the catch of the year. 1st down and goal, Panthers.
We got the midnight train coming in.
Oh my goodness, what a catch. That may be the greatest catch I've ever seen at this stadium.
Wow.
There's been some good ones.
And there's been some good ones.
That kid just continues to improve.
1st and goal, Panthers. Drew
Walk it on
Davis. Touchdown! Touchdown, Drew Davis. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the night. And the Panthers go up 2 scores, 27-14.
Man, what a play by Will Carter that set that up. Can't get over that catch.
Think about the adversity those kids just went through as well, right? Just that one drive, was it 2?
2.
2 touchdowns called back. But on that drive,
I thought there was 3.
No, there were 2. We scored 3 touchdowns. 2 called back in that one as Wilbur booms the extra point. It's 28-14 Panthers with 45 seconds to go in the third.
That shows a lot of maturity. On senior night, it really highlights those guys that have been with us for that long and just well established in their role and what they do. And when you're dealing with, a quarterback that's played 40-plus games and Will Carter that's probably caught over 2,000 passes from Drew over the years, it's just very fun to see. It's rewarding as a fan to watch and see the maturation of those kids and what they can accomplish right now. Phenomenal job. I would like to see an onside kick here.
Your Edward Jones agent Caitlin King drive summary: 11 plays, 78 yards, 5 minutes, 30 seconds. And that was after Drew Davis's touchdown-saving tackle and the PDC getting a 4 and out.
Yeah. I mean,
that's huge momentum right there. It's Wilbur's kickoff. Low line drive that's fielded by Hill at the 2-yard line. Panthers giving chase. He returns it over the 20-25. And a flag thrown over on the track. What in the world?
They double teamed one of our guys. Go ahead, you saw it.
Josh?
Sure did. They just had 2 guys that came in. He took them all the way to the track and right into our cheerleaders here. So they went ahead and decided to throw a yellow on him.
That's good. It's going to negate that good return that they had.
Yeah, I was watching the return. Then all of a sudden I saw a flag over here on the track.
I saw it too. I thought it was a fan. Maybe Terry had finally given all the fans flags.
So, so where do they mark that from?
The end of the run should be. So it should be a 15-yarder. I say they'll get it on the 25.
Referee's got his track hanky back.
I'm going to be honest. The first thing that went through my mind, we saw the cheerleaders last week, Terry, throwing flags.
Yeah.
I thought the cheerleaders had busted that back out.
I did too. I didn't see anything, but then when I stood up, I saw two Marion players running off, and I saw Carson Conyers try. Was it Carson that got double teamed?
No, I think it was Murdoch.
Was it Murdoch?
And I tell you, it was good to see Max Gist back out there in special teams after he got injured at the end of the first half. So good to see Max back out there. Handoff to Rico Ward. He's following his lineman. Ran into a lineman, and that allowed the Panther pursuit to catch up and make the tackle after a 3-yard gain.
Yeah, Logan Hipskin, again, doing a really good job of locking that up.
I like that we're game tackling again.
Yes.
The first 2 possessions, I felt like we had 5, 6, 7 halves of the football. And when they had their offensive success, it was, we'd bounce off one, and then we didn't have another guy coming to help. I feel like since those 2 drives, we've corrected that problem.
Third quarter comes to an end. We got 12 minutes to go tonight. Benton leads at 28-14 on the Benton Football Network.
Does your financial advisor take the time to really listen to you? When you work with Caitlin King, your Edward Jones financial advisor, she focuses on what's important to you. You'll work together to create a personalized financial strategy to help you reach your goals. And you can partner long-term to help your strategy stay on track. Contact Caitlin today at 315-5488. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
The Everett difference means we treat everyone with respect and honesty. Our customers know firsthand how that feels.
You are their main focus.
They're all working toward the same common goal, which is providing exceptional customer experience.
Everett has earned our trust.
Everett always gives me the best deal. Always.
Everett made it happen.
That's the only place we will ever buy a car from, ever.
We are grateful for the opportunity to serve. Discover the Everett difference for yourself.
12 minutes to go here tonight at the Palace on senior night. And the Panthers lead Marion 28-14. Last update from War Memorial, Sylvan Hills still just leading Catholic 22-15 in the third quarter. As Walker drops back, throws for Flores, and it was high. He tipped it up in the air. Cordy Anderson almost picked it off. And it'll be 3rd down and 7.
Woo, Corey almost picked that off, and he'd still be running. He'll see that one in his dreams tonight.
You know, fate owes Corey a pick 6 after that 85-yarder got wiped out last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's still fatigued from that run.
So 3rd down and 7 for Marion. So they've got guys moving all over the place.
So yes, thank you. They've done that all night. They haven't got set. We get called earlier for illegal shift or motion that was not. Finally, this is probably the 7th or 8th time they've done this. Or if there's any kids that are watching, 6 or 7 times.
$40 seconds left in the fourth. And that's a fast-moving, 9:25. I guess that is right. Maybe our game's moving slow. So 3rd down and 12, Patriots at the 23. So Walker drops back, throws. Sliding catch made by Flores at the 35-yard line, and that'll move the chains 1st down.
Wow, what a catch. Flores, that ball was thrown behind him, and he just stopped on a dime and leaned backwards into the ball.
I've been very impressed with that kid tonight.
Yes, same here. So the Hornets win the 7A Central. It's 28-21. Bryant defeats Conway. It's Marion backed up 5 on a false start as Drake Woodard is going to check in, replace Carson Conyers. And it'll be 1st and 15, Terry.
Justin, that last pass to Flores, most of their balls have been go balls.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's right.
That's one where they actually attack the middle of the field.
That may have been the first time all night, Terry.
It's fake to Ward. Pressure coming. They get to Walker in the sack back at the 25-yard line as the Panthers brought the house and dumped him for a loss of 5.
Avian Beard and Drake Woodard combining for that one.
Yeah, I think if we force them to have to drop back and throw the football, we're in good position. They're going to have to just throw it deep and hope that they can get behind us.
So Robertson checks in on the defensive line. You got Mattia, Beard, and Robertson up front. Stevens showing pressure off the edge as Walker drops back, nowhere to go with the football, and he's going to be tackled by Noah at the 25. No gain, 3rd and 20.
Noah's a senior, one of those kids that looks like we got somebody injured on the field.
Yes, Aiden Walker, the Marion quarterback, is down.
He must have hit his head or something when he went down because it didn't look like a super big tackle.
He's got both hands on his head, so I'm unsure what it might be, but you may be right, Terry.
So Benton training staff, the Marion training staff and coaches checking on their senior quarterback, Zayden Walker, at the 25-yard line. Let's step aside for 30 seconds as he's tended to.
Panther fans, it's hard to beat Friday night football in Benton, Arkansas. Each year, our players, coaches, cheerleaders, dance team, and band work countless hours to achieve perfection on the field and become the pride of our hometown. My name is Brian Black, class of '89, and for many years, our team at BCOH Architects has worked hard to make you proud of the town we live in. ACDI, the River Center, Boys and Girls Club, and Benton Event Center are some of our favorite projects. We want to make Benton shine, and we look forward to many more years serving you. Go Panthers!
Zayden Walker is being helped to the Marion sideline after he was injured on that tackle by Noah Robertson. It's going to be 3rd down and 20 for Marion, and we'll see who comes in at quarterback for the Patriots to replace Walker.
You know, I mentioned before that play Noah. It's a unique story of a kid that has a bright future in baseball, decided to really focus on that, and then decided coming into his senior year he wanted to come back and play. He was a very, very nice linebacker in the junior high level, and we've really been rewarded with his return.
How about this? Solomon Flores is going to take the snap. And he's going to drop back. He's going to air it out. Good arm from Flores. Intercepted Corey Anderson.
Can he take it back?
Get out.
The ball popped free, and the Panthers' Antonio Shelton is going to get on it.
Flag.
Where is the flag? At the 41. So Corey Anderson has the pick, and the Panther defense is running off the field. And we'll see what the marker's all about. It has been a penalty fest here in the second half.
I'm not sure what that penalty could be other than a possible late hit or unsportsmanlike. Did you see anything abnormal?
I did not.
Maybe blocking the back.
On the return.
Could have been. Yeah, it looks like it. So it's going to go against our Panthers.
But the Panthers are going to have the football.
Well, they set it down at the 42. Dead ball. Okay. So dead ball offsetting personal fouls. It'll be Benton football, 1st down and 10 at the Patriot 42-yard line with 9:38 to go. See if the Panthers can maybe milk a little clock here and drop the hammer with one more score.
Looks like cover one. They're going to bring pressure.
Drew rolls to the right, throws.
Penalty.
Will Carter with a diving catch.
Did they really not call that?
They said he did not make the catch.
He got drugged down, Jim.
Yeah, they called it incomplete.
I believe that's what I saw. I have my glasses on.
Unlike the mayor driving the school bus today.
Yeah, no, maybe not. Maybe he was drifting. It looked like he was being pulled from the backside.
Almost a spectacular catch by Will. We've already seen him make the best catch of the season. 2nd down and 10, Panthers at the Patriot 42. Handoff to Gunnar Deaton, and Gunnar with running room. Down to the 36, it'll be 3rd and 4.
Oh boy, I love when we get 3rd and 4, 3rd and 3. That's just when the whole playbook gets set on the table.
And now a flag.
My goodness, guys.
The only thing it could be is unsportsmanlike.
Yep.
It looks like they're Marion's pointing at each other.
Sportsmanlike conduct against the Patriots. We will take it. 15 free yards will move it down to the 21 and a first down.
Well, you know, one of the things that when you look at this Marion Patriot team on paper, you look at this team, you got 18 seniors, you've got the size and athleticism that you have, and you wonder, why is this team not undefeated? And it's little things like that that add up to big things.
That is correct.
So first down, Benton at the 21. Drew, quick pass out to Poot, makes a man miss, gets a block inside the 10, down to the 9-yard line.
Another flag.
12 yards and a first down, and these guys are they must think they're getting commissioned by the flag.
Yeah, they've lost focus on what the objective is.
They must be an hourly employee.
Poot pleading his calls. Will Carter offering an opinion as well. And
they're going to call a hold?
No flag. They wave it off. So the play will stand down to the 9-yard line. It'll be first down and goal after all that.
You've got basically the entire coaching staff from Marion standing on the field.
Panthers go condensed formation bunch. Now they send Poot in motion. Hand it off to Deaton, and Gunner Deaton in the end zone. What a run by Gunner, and the Panthers go up by 20.
Man, what a great run by Gunner Deaton, the senior on senior night, making a big run and a big touchdown.
That was a hard fought run right there.
Oh, it sure was.
First contact looked like on the 5-yard line, and he churned his legs till he got in. Well done, sir.
It's Gabe Wilbur on for the PAT. Snap and hold, and Gabe kicks it to the health department, and the Panthers go up 35-14 with 8:46 to go in the fourth quarter. 4-play, 42-yard drive. The big play in that drive, guys, the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty.
Or penalties. I mean, there were several right there that impacted that drive, and man, Panthers opening up a 3-score lead. One of the things, you know, there's always you always have guys that are fighting for snaps, fighting for playing time. And one of the first people that met Gunner Deaton on the sidelines was Murdoch.
I love it.
Patting him up.
You know what
That's
I've
good
seen.
to see.
Yeah, what I've seen out of that kid tonight is the energy and the passion that he has just for the game of football and for his teammates is much larger than any big play that he cares to make, right? Like he is an ultimate teammate. I've been around the kid, and if we had a team full of Murdochs, we would be better for it.
Greenwood defeats Mountain Home 42-10. So the Bulldogs will be the West 1 seed as Wilbur's kickoff into the end zone for a touchback. You
know what I like about this Week 10 matchup against Mountain Home is it looks like that's who we're going to host, right? In the second round, and there's a lot of similarities between formations, emotions, and the things that we do and Greenwood does. So the film that we're going to get late in the season is going to be something that is very beneficial for us.
Spoken like a true coach. How about the offensive line in the second half, though, Justin? I mean, Marion got so much pressure on Drew in that first half, and he's been basically untouched in the second half.
You know, and I'll be honest with you, a lot of it goes back to the scheme and the adjustments that were made with sprinting out. We didn't sprint out, I don't believe, one time in the first half, and in the second half, we've been moving the pocket to assist And anytime you sprint out, you're also going to put a double team on number 9.
As Flores is taking the snaps for Marion now, and he carried for 5 yards. Weston Monson on the tackle.
Thank you, Jim.
2nd down and 5. As they're going to hand it off to Rico Ward coming near side. Antonio Shelton hog-ties him at the 35, a gain of 10. And a first down for the Patriots.
Boy, it seems that every time you see Shelton in a pile, there's Monson right next to him.
Yes.
Those two guys are having a big night tonight.
Flores going to carry to the, Marion continued to push the pile to the 46, a gain of 11 and a first down.
Well, this is a situation where you're more committed to stripping the ball than you are to making the tackle. And that cost us about 7 yards right there.
Got a Marion offensive lineman slow to get up. That's big 74 Walter Tucker, a 5'11", 315-pound junior. He's going to hobble off to the Marion sideline with 7:49 to go.
Yeah, he's kind of been playing hurt. I saw him kind of hobbled up in the second quarter, and he's continued to come out and play.
Jason Burke replaces him in the lineup for Marion as Rico Ward breaks a couple of tackles, breaks another, and there goes Rico Ward, and the Panthers beset by bad tackling on that play as Rico Ward busted 54 yards for a Marion touchdown.
Yeah, the shiftiness that he had early on in that run, I thought was going to allow him to get a 3 or 4 yarder, and then the lack of gang tackling and the lack of tackling.
Well, it looks like he runs the wrong way and then adjusts, and
right
that's
there.
just, I mean, the Panthers can congratulate themselves on that touchdown because that was just terrible tackling.
It looked like we had about 6 hats on the football at one point in time.
It's Brody Watson on for the PAT for Marion. Good job by their holder to get a bad snap down, and Watson puts it through. It was 7:30 to go in the ball game. 35-21, Panthers lead it as Marion cuts into Benton's lead. Josh, hadn't talked to you in a while.
Man, I tell you what, I got to thank Dio because this has been an incredible game to be down here with. You go back to that last drive, and holy smokes, the energy. Put in 3, and that was a you got mossed catch that he put in. And, I mean, the thing I thought about is I don't know, it's not enough, but, boy, there's a little north end zone magic on that catch. That was incredible. So, a heck of a lot of fun down here, and defense is about to bounce back on this one. They're not real happy with that performance, and they were already talking, hey, we need to pick it back up and keep our foot on the gas.
North end zone magic. Print the T-shirts.
Don't take it out of the South, please. Keep it over there.
As long as the memory of Stone Paul exists, Terry, the South end zone magic will always rule.
Absolutely.
I'm not real sure why they're not onside kicking.
Well, I think they're going to.
Okay, they're going to, okay.
Of course, Cade Clark had a big interception in the South end zone.
We've had a lot of South end zone magic. The Jonesboro
slip.
The Greenwood interception. There's been others. Well, 17 has done a lot of good tonight.
But that wasn't it.
Yeah. He was due for something bad.
A delay of game on the kickoff. I think Flores was trying to rush the kick before the clock expired, and he kicked it right into one of his own teammates.
It may have been that tail. Oh, they're going to give him another shot at it.
Yeah, penalized them 5 for delay of game.
That's right.
So they go onside to the other side. Easton Snellings gobbles it up and protects the ball and himself at the 47, and that's where Benton will put it in play with 7:29 remaining in the ball game. Terry, can you take play-by-play for just a second? I've got a phone call I have.
Yeah.
An emergency phone call I got to tend to.
Well, Panthers got the ball, 1st and 10. Davis is back in the shotgun. He's going to pitch underneath to Carson Collett. Collett was struck immediately at the line of scrimmage by number 8, Christopher Bird.
Yeah, you know, and the one positive from that, it was a -1 attempt, but that clock is running, Terry, and that's kind of the more important thing right now. If we can establish a drive and just continue to milk the clock, I think that's going to be a winning proposition for us.
Murdoch's in the sidecar. Davis back in the shotgun. Gives to Murdoch. There's a burst. Murdoch's through. That was about a 13, 14-yard run by Murdoch, and who just continues to excel, Justin.
Yes, he's getting better each week. He's look at the patience that he has, but as soon as he sees the hole, he has a different burst than some of our other backs.
Now Drew is giving a little hard count, but nobody's biting. So he looks over the sidelines, changing the play. Fakes to Murdoch, and it's got John Curtis Barger wide open going up the seam. He's down to the 5-yard line. Panthers are in the red zone, have the ball 1st and goal at the 4.
He was really wanting to score.
Yeah,
he kind of got a little careless with the football, worried me for a bit.
He kind of spun off of that tackle, and so the Panthers have the ball 1st and goal. Davis back to pass. He throws a back shoulder pass, and it looks like Carter let it slip through his hands. Incomplete pass.
Yeah, I don't know if Carter dropped it or if he Levin got his hand in there. I'm not real sure. It looked like a bang play.
Jim, you almost missed a touchdown.
I am back. So 2nd down and goal, Panthers at the 4. It's Murdoch in the backfield, going to get the carry, and Brendan surging for the end zone as Marion is going to stop him at the 1, and it'll be 3rd down and goal.
To pop the drive off, Jim, you missed it, but Murdoch, I think it was 2nd down and 12, and he was patient, hit the hole, and exploded through for about a 14-yard gain.
Nice.
He's been very impressive tonight. Really, the back half of this season, he's been a shot in the arm for our run game.
And a regular at FCA on Thursday, always contributes so much. Is Drew going to go under center?
They have nobody. Yes.
Quick pass, and he tossed it over the head of Easton Snellings. And we've got a flag.
Oh, my goodness. I didn't even want to talk about it.
That was a headsy play by Drew. That was not the play call, obviously. Oh, come on.
Wow. Well, I mean, that may actually work to our favor. Boy, he was uncovered, wide open, and the ball just got away from us.
How about Drew under center, Justin? That's...
Yeah, I'm wondering what our play call was going to be. It looked like possibly just a tush push.
Yeah.
Potential.
There you go. So 3rd and goal now from the 6-yard line as Drew takes a snap, looks left, now rolls to the right. What do you know? We got a flag as he finds Easton Snellings in the back of the end zone. And that's going to be about the 18th touchdown Benton's had tonight, called back for a penalty. Yeah, yee.
Man, it's
that was a quick flag.
I mean, he had to be calling it as soon as the snap happened.
Yes, there's no way, because I've seen the reaction and the way that they've moved tonight, and that had to have been premeditated.
There's a touchdown right there.
So penalty moves it back to the 16. It's 3rd and goal from the 16. As Drew fakes to Murdoch, looking, scrambling, looking, throwing, and is that ball intercepted? No.
No, he dropped it.
Does it look like Kimball might have come up with the interception? They say incomplete. 4th down, and Brad Harris is going to send Gabe Wilbur on to attempt a field goal. Had one blocked in the 2nd quarter.
I really thought they were about to bring Collett in motion left and for the flag.
Yes.
And that was a touchdown.
Yeah, there was no over-the-top help. They were in man coverage. It looked like we did run a switch concept down here. They did a good job covering it.
Snap back to Snellings. Hold. The kick is good by Gabe Wilbur from 33 yards, and the Panthers go up 38-21.
Off the top of my head, I'm not real sure what the stats are, but is he 11 for 12 possibly?
He is now 10 for 12.
Well, we had the block earlier.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, even 10 for 12 is incredible.
Oh.
At high school football,
yeah.
If you have a kicker that 10 for 12 in field goal range, that's a weapon. And one was blocked.
And perfect on extra points, I believe.
Yes. 50. So he's 55 of 55 on PATs. And Dio forgot to tell you, you know, since you're filling in for Dio, you're supposed to be statting the touchbacks.
Oh, I didn't know that, yeah.
Something Dio's been consistent on this year with Gabe.
I don't think we have many tonight. I think maybe 1 or 2. They've been catching it about the half yard mark.
Yeah. Gabe's kickoff this time. There
Left
you go.
No doubt. That's 2. We got.
We jinxed him for the better.
That's right.
So he kicked that one 5 yards deep, and we got 4:27 to bleed off that clock with Benton leading by 17. Getting a lot of text messages about the flags. Some even commenting on certain officiating crews that they're missing tonight in this flag-happy contest. 4:27 to go. 1st down, Marion. Snap back, Flores just going to keep it running straight ahead. And I'm going to tell you, I do not want to see our run defense break down late like they did against Sylvan Hills.
I don't either. I'd like to see us get off the field, keep the score 21, and maybe add another. Run out the rest of the clock and leave here feeling good about ourselves.
Flores carried for 26 yards. It's 1st down. Flores going to hand off to Ward this time. Robertson had him in the backfield, and finally making the tackle, Connor Stevens, for a loss of 1. I would imagine the our viewers is probably diminished as people go into bed. They could wake up early in the morning.
I'm one of those, so we need to hurry up and get this clock rolling.
As Flores keeps, bounces off a couple of tackles. Roy Adams was setting the edge at corner. Cordell makes a tackle at midfield, a gain of 5. You're going to be in a tree tomorrow?
I am. My father-in-law is going to take my son. I think they're going to sit in a tower stand, and I like to be in the open when I hunt.
So you're going to be solo tomorrow, huh?
Yes.
Good luck to Grady.
He's going to need it. He's missed a few here in the last year or two, but I think he'll be due tomorrow.
As Flores keeps for 2 yards, and it's going to be 4th down and 4 for the Patriots at the 48.
I don't know how accurate this is, but I've kind of just tallied up the point scores on our offense, and I think Will Carter is sitting at 90 total points, and Gabe is at 80. So that's going to be a fun race to see who finishes with the most total points.
Yeah. So they give it off to Dent on 4th down, and he is going to be suplexed to the ground at the 45.
It came in late, but he just got wrecked.
Who all was that? Can we give that to Hirschfield?
That was Cordell Payne.
And Monson. No, Robertson. How about Cordell and Noah on the combo Hirschfield Insurance power drive of the game, sponsored by Jason Kelly?
That was a physical tackle. And that'll be 1st down for the Panthers.
With 2:34 to go, Benton leading 38-21. The Panthers have it at the 45. As Drew Davis hands off to Gunnar Deaton. Gunnar runs into the back of Barrett Pettit, blocking 5 yards downfield. Nice 5-yard gain for Gunnar.
I think we're finding a good duo, a good mix. They're two totally different runners with Gunnar and Deaton and Murdoch. Murdoch's shifty and patient, and Gunnar's strong. For somebody that looks undersized, he's a 350-pound bench presser.
Yeah, he doesn't run undersized. I will tell you that. He
does not.
is a very strong runner and has done a great job this season.
It was a great move by our coaching staff to move him from the defensive side to running back.
Yep. Gunnar gets a carry, sheds a tackle. He's going to be inside the 40 down to the 36-yard line as Gunnar picks up 14. Josh, I want to bring you in. Did I see you visiting momentarily with Jeff Roberts' favorite Panther, Cooper Priest?
I did, just for a moment.
Yeah. I thought I saw you talking to Coop. What'd you think of Weston's tackle with Cordell right down there a minute ago? Kind of a pile driver tackle.
Well, I think that one was Noah on that one.
I mean Noah.
Yeah,
yes,
Noah, and that was that was a pretty impressive hit. And I'll tell you, just a minute ago, Cordell also kind of came in and laid the wood on about one after that. I mean, that kid is he likes to hit, no question.
Still got that Red Bull from Wednesday morning pumping through him.
Gas and go. There's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it's called now, but it's always going to be gas and go to me, right?
I think everybody from Benton knows exactly what you're talking about.
This Panther's going to take a knee. And going to have to snap it one more time as Brad Harris going to pick up his 86th win. And guys, this senior class, 3 conference championships in 3 years. A Benton first. As the Panthers take a knee, and Benton's going to win this one tonight, 38-21 over Marion. We're going to take a break and come back with our post-game show tonight.
Hi, I'm Miranda Kirkendall, owner and advanced nurse injector here at Solux Aesthetics in the heart of downtown Benton. I've had the pleasure of serving our community for the last 4 years. At Solux, it's not about changing who you are, it's about making you feel comfortable and confident in your own skin with the results that look natural and true to you. Whether it's Botox, filler, or skin treatment, I focus on results that look fresh, natural, and unique. I'd love for you to stop by and see me at 149 South Market Street or give me a call at 501-249-4177.
The Everett difference means we treat everyone with respect and honesty. Our customers know firsthand how that feels.
You are their main focus.
They're all working toward the same common goal, which is providing exceptional customer experience.
Everett has earned our trust.
Everett always gives me the best deal. Always. Everett made it happen.
That's the only place we will ever buy a car from, ever.
We are grateful for the opportunity to serve. Discover the Everett difference for yourself.
Panther fans, it's hard to beat Friday night football in Benton, Arkansas. Each year, our players, coaches, cheerleaders, dance team, and band work countless hours to achieve perfection on the field and become the pride of our hometown. My name is Brian Black, class of '89, and for many years, our team at BCOH Architects has worked hard to make you proud of the town we live in. ACDI, the River Center, Boys and Girls Club, and Benton Event Center are some of our favorite projects. We want to make Benton shine, and we look forward to many more years serving you. Go Panthers!
Hi, I'm Miranda Kirkendall, owner and advanced nurse injector here at Solux Aesthetics in the heart of downtown Benton. I've had the pleasure of serving our community for the last 4 years. At Solux, it's not about changing who you are, it's about making you feel comfortable and confident in your own skin with the results that look natural and true to you. Whether it's Botox, filler, or skin treatment, I focus on results that look fresh, natural, and unique. I'd love for you to stop by and see me at 149 South Market Street or give me a call at 501-249-4177.
Panthers finish off the regular season 8-2, 6-1 in 6A East play, and earned a share of the conference championship with Sylvan Hills, who won tonight over Catholic 50-22. Sylvan Hills earns the number 1 seed from the 6A East. The Benton Panthers, the number 2 seed. And that means Benton is off next Friday. They will have a bye week and will play right back here, Justin, 2 weeks from tonight against the winner of Mountain Home Sheridan. That game will be played at Mountain Home next Friday.
Yeah, and that was the exact same matchup that we had last year. Sheridan went to Mountain Home and gave them all they wanted. And if I remember correctly, Mountain Home had to score with, minutes left in the fourth to win the football game.
Yep. So Sheridan did lose tonight to El Dorado, 62-23. So if the playoffs started today, we previewed in the open, and that's exactly how it's going to be next week. Greenwood and Shiloh Christian get the byes out of the west. Sylvan Hills and Benton get the byes out of the east. Lake Hamilton will play at El Dorado. Marion will have to go to Van Buren. What a bus ride that'll be. Sheridan will go to Mountain Home, and Southside will go to Jonesboro. So no 30-mile trips next week for anybody.
No, that's a lot of travel going across the state. I don't know which one I want to tune into. There's several that are going to be, I think, very close matchups, very close games. Obviously, we're going to tune into the Sheridan Mountain Home game. But as I'm looking at it, I really like the matchup of Lake Hamilton and El Dorado.
Lake Hamilton with a big win over Russellville tonight. So the playoffs are set. The bottom line for Benton Panther fans is you can come right back here to the Palace 2 weeks from tonight to see Benton play the winner of Sheridan at Mountain Home. That game will be next Friday as Brad Harris has his troops assembled. And a senior class that joins the class of 2006 is the only 2 classes in Benton history to put 3 banners up in their 3 years of high school. Josh Monson is going to make his way over to Brad Harris, and we'll get Coach Harris's post-game thoughts after this big win. Drew Davis and Brad hug. And Josh has Coach Harris.
What do you think, Coach?
I'm tired.
Hey,
that game right there, buddy.
Man, that was a dandy, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to ask you. I want to ask you something. You got Drew Harris here, one of the finest quarterbacks we've seen. Can you talk a little bit about, struggled in the first half, throws a pick, makes a saving a pick six right down here. I mean, talk about shove and flush. Can you just give a little bit of insight as to how many kids you've seen that have been able to have the type of mental toughness that took tonight?
Well, I think, that's not the best Drew Davis. You know that. I mean, it's not. He didn't play well in the first half. Heck, we didn't play well in the first half. We had plenty of opportunities. I think we had 3 touchdowns called back off penalties, just sloppy stuff. But, your team goes as your cue goes most of the time. And when he's struggling, they see that. But when they see him bust his tail to go make a play like that, I mean, that's huge right there. They scoop and score, all right, before half, and different ball game. But, man, he busts his tail right there. We get a defensive stop. We should have scored right here before half, you know. That's a big Mo thing. But, man, he showed a lot of guts. Our whole team did. You know, I'm praising the defense on the 10-1 series, and I'm wanting to cuss them the next series, you know. I mean, it's just the ups and downs of it tonight, man. We just couldn't ever get on that even keel and continue to play with a lot of energy and everything. But you can see when we play with some energy, we're a pretty good football team. I mean, we got after it on defense at times, and they didn't really want a lot to do with it. But you also saw us miss tackles right here and let 4 run off, you know, because we're just going up kind of hugging on him a little bit. But, you know, to answer your question about – I mean, Drew's a phenomenal player. We know that. We've seen this guy grow up, and he's the heart and soul of our football team. And we're going to go as he goes with energy and passion and everything. And he showed a lot of guts tonight. You know, we had a lot of guys that were frustrated with some different things, but our whole team showed some guts tonight. But really proud of Drew. And Antonio Shelton on defense did the same thing for us. He had moments tonight where he was kind of just, you know, in la-la land, but then, man, he makes some big plays for us, boy. So, you know, we've got to be a little bit more consistent in 2 weeks, whoever we play.
Yeah, you know, I think that just really speaks to what you talked about, him picking that ball or going and making that tackle, right. and the degree in which this team seems to have come together and plays for each other, and I really think that showed through tonight.
Oh, for sure. You know, I had somebody ask me this week, Coach Harris, where do you rank this team with the other guys, you know, athletically? I'm like, well, I can't say that they're the most athletic team. I don't think any of us would agree with that. But one thing they do, they play hard for each other. Yeah. And you go in a lot of high school football games with kids that play hard. And, you know, everybody I talk to in the conference like, dang, Coach, y'all are not real big on defense, but you come and hit some people at times. And that's what I'm proud about is that people take notice of that and everything. And then offensively, man, we're a machine when we want to be. Now, we hurt ourselves a lot tonight, but, you know, we still scored, 38 points? Yeah. I mean, heck, that's a bad night for us, you know. But a really good team. This team right here is athletic. We knew they were athletic. We knew they were really good on defense, and we knew they was going to get us problems, you know. And it was good for us to see that because we're going to have problems in the playoffs, and it's good to see our guys have some guts to go finish.
Yep.
So.
Yep. I thought that stood out tonight. Well, hey, congratulations on another great win.
1, 2, and 3 for us, boys. All right, nice job, man. All right, appreciate you guys. Love you.
Yep.
All right, take care. There you have it, gentlemen.
Josh, I know you've got an early wake-up call, not to get in a tree, but to go to Jonesboro. So yeah. We'll let you have your final word tonight.
Well, hey, I thought that this was a quality team win. I was excited to see when the chips were down and things didn't go our way. We bowed back up, and I think that bodes well for us going into November, right? So you want to be remembered, you win in November. And I think that was we showed tonight that we've got the capability to go deep into November.
Well said. Y'all have a safe trip to Jonesboro tomorrow. Cheer on those Red Wolves.
Will do. Thank you, sir. It's a pleasure being with y'all.
Yeah, and we'll have you back 2 weeks from tonight for the playoffs. Thought Brad said it well, Justin. You know, wasn't the cleanest, wasn't the prettiest, but it's a 17-point win over one of the biggest, most athletic teams we've seen all year.
Yeah, and one thing that stands out to me is we're playing 4 quarters of football, right? And the last time we made a push to win a state championship, we had a team, but we had to play 4 quarters of football. And I think that plays a large part in the kid's psyche and understanding how to fight for 4 quarters. In the past, you know, the past few years, we've had really good quality football teams, but we're playing a half of football, right? And so the growth of each team kind of was stunted because of that. And so when you're able to put more quarters on the field, you grow as a team, you start learning how to play with each other, you create more of a rhythm, and you really understand what you're good at, you know. And I think this team is doing that offensively. I think we figured out what we need to do, and we throw the ball exceptionally well, and I think we're finding a good rhythm in the running game with the 2 new running backs that we have. And defensively, I think Coach Harris is doing a good job of figuring out how to utilize his talent on defense to put pressure on the opposing team and turn them into a one-dimensional team.
Yeah, I think back to last year, from week 5 to the semifinals, it was straight mercy rule.
Yeah.
all the way through. You get to Shiloh Christian in the semifinal, you have to play a 4-quarter game, and it's something you hadn't done since week 4.
Right.
Games like this are a better primer for the playoffs.
Absolutely. And I had mentioned this earlier in the season. Heck, I mentioned this probably in March of last year. This team reminds me an awful lot of the team that we had in 2019. Nobody picked us to win the conference. Nobody picked us to do what we were capable of. Heck, we almost lost to who was it? Salem Springs. I think we won 19-17 or something, and they were a 2-win team that year. And we had to play 4 quarters of football. And if somebody would have stopped the season in week 6 or 7, nobody would have given us a chance to win a playoff game, let alone make a push to win a state championship. And I see a lot of resemblance of the team we have right now to that 2019 team.
Terry?
Well, I'm just really happy that they had the adversity that they had on senior night in front of the hometown crowd, and a couple of moments where you got a little bit on the edge of your seat a little bit. Drew Davis, let's talk about his night just a second. 21 of 36 for 324 yards and a touchdown. And that's after throwing an interception and fumbling the ball twice and getting hit on about every other play, especially in the first half. Offensive line did a better job in the second half, but the first half, Drew was under fire the whole half. And he stepped up and led. How about those 2 running backs? Gunnar Deaton, 8 carries, 54 yards, and a touchdown. Brendan Murdoch, 9 carries, 78 yards. So 8 yards a carry and 7 yards a carry. I mean, that's guys that are grinding and playing the next play, which, as Justin knows, that's always the hard part that you got to teach kids, especially on the nights that they're struggling, is don't play the last play or don't let the last play beat you twice. Play the next play and do it better. And I thought that they did that tonight. Even the defense, they'd have a bad drive, they'd come back out, and they'd get a 3 and out. So it was kind of an up and down night, and certainly the second half filled with penalties. Fortunately, for once, they weren't all on us. And I liked the resiliency of the team, and I liked the win tonight, a solid win against a solid opponent as we head into the second half. And not sure if we're even on the air anymore.
The volume's dead.
Well, good. Evidently, we are still on the air. So
we are dead in our ear. So, all right. So let's go Neo Home Loans MVPs. I will tell you, and Josh is there every Tuesday night, we have passed over Will Carter week after week after week after week. And he had another 167-yard receiving night and made the catch of the year.
Well, you're not going to have any argument from me that catch was worth, because it set up a touchdown, and that catch was worth.
After we've had 2 called back on that.
Yeah. So does anybody debate Will Carter for our offensive MVP tonight?
No.
No objection?
No objection.
Aaron? None from you. Okay. Will Carter is our Neo Home Loans offensive MVPs. Josh, I'm going to let you weigh in defensively because you've been there. You know Antonio Shelton's had it 3 times already.
You know who I'm going to go with? I would go with Corey, and here's why. He may not have had the most tackles, but he made some really, really timely plays, namely the one down here at that ankle tackle that could have been a touchdown that may have been, who knows, where that would have set the game going. So I thought he made the interception and as well as many tackles. I think he was a dandy of a player tonight on defense.
Honestly, that's who I was thinking as well, because Corey has been a receiver. He's played corner. He's been moved to bandit now with Austin Hill not being completely healthy. When you think about what a Swiss Army knife he has been at multiple positions, to come up with an interception tonight as well as that tackle that you referred to in the first half, I'm in lockstep with you.
Well, and he's also on, I think, just about every special teams. He's our punt returner. He's a Swiss Army knife. He's a kid that without him, we would be at a loss in a lot of situations and a lot of positions.
Yeah.
He's been able to do it all, and tonight he did. And he highlighted, some of the things that he did today, the interception, the touchdown-saving tackle. I thought he did a great job on the few times he had to make decisions as a punt returner. So, yeah, I'm all for it.
Terry?
Yeah, I'm good with it. Not only that, but he had the body slam, or at least half of the body slam.
Yeah. So let's go Corey Anderson, our Neo Home Loans defensive MVP tonight.
Yeah.
All right, so we get next Friday off to sit at home, watch Sheridan at Mountain Home on the stream, maybe be at duck camp or deer camp or whatever. So final thoughts, Justin.
I'm excited about this team. I've been excited about the senior class since the time I laid eyes on them when they were in the 4th grade playing PDFL football. They've continued to grow their leadership. They're not a huge class. They're not the biggest that we've had. They're not the most talented that we've had. But they've probably shown more commitment to being a Benton Panther and commitment to this community than we've had in a long time.
Yeah.
And I'm extremely proud to say I've been a part of some of these kids' lives, and it's a privilege to be able to sit back and watch these kids play.
Amen.
Well, we say goodbye to another regular season, but now it is November, and it's time to work hard so that we can practice on Thanksgiving.
Yep.
And the way that the playoffs set up, I like it, because everyone knows that the road to the state championship is going to run through Greenwood, and we're on their side of the bracket, and that's who we'll get to play the weekend of Thanksgiving. And so I'm excited about this team. I'm glad they got a first-round bye. Still got a few dings. And so I'm excited for the next couple of weeks, them getting ready, and then we'll see who emerges from the Mountain Home Sheridan game.
Yeah. So it's a senior class that now has 28 wins. One more will tie them with last year's senior class as the winningest senior class in Benton High School history. 2 wins, they'll stand alone. At 30 wins. First senior class ever in Benton history to get there. So likely it's going to take wins over Mountain Home and Greenwood to get there. But
wouldn't it be great to beat the number 1 team in the state to get the record?
For a senior class that may have been underestimated their entire time, Justin, as you've pointed out, wouldn't it be great to see them accomplish that feat?
It would, and again, I know I keep bringing back the 2019 season, but do you know who we had to go through in the semifinals to make it to War Memorial? And that's the Greenwood Bulldogs. So I think that's going to be the exact same thing that happens this year. I'm excited for the challenge. I don't want to overlook, obviously, the semifinal game or the quarterfinal game, but I would love an opportunity to go up there and see if we can't make them lose at their stadium, which I don't think they've lost
in a long
time. I think El Dorado.
2014 El Dorado playoffs.
Yep.
So 11-year win streak at home. All right, we're going to get out of here tonight, but we do want to invite you to come join us on Tuesday at Lost Pizza at 6:30 for Panther Live, sponsored by Legends MVP. Yeah, you can hear Coach Harris's recap of tonight's game, as well as his thoughts on the upcoming 6A state playoffs and what the Panthers' path will be to War Memorial Stadium. We'll also visit with tonight's Neo Home Loans MVPs, Will Carter and Corey Anderson. And as always, if you're unable to join us in person, we'd love to have you. It's so much fun. You can always stream it live each Tuesday at 6:30 on the Benton Football Network YouTube channel. Great big thanks tonight to another excellent job by our production and camera crew with MM Productions. Matt Johnson makes it happen. Will Tracy directs it. Aaron Garrett on audio tonight. Evan Garrett and Austin Arford were behind the camera tonight. For Terry Benham, Josh Monson, and Justin Ray, I'm Jim Gardner. Thank you so much for joining us tonight for Benton Panther football. And remember, today and every day is a great day to be a Benton Fighting Panther. Again, tonight's final score, Benton 38, Marion 21. Until we greet you again 2 weeks from tonight, right back here at the Palace as the Panthers begin their pursuit for a 6A state championship. Good night, God bless, and go Benton.